Everybody come in, everybody to the party. We're online, online, we're online.
Step into the night where all the stars are bright. We're back again to do this, and we're gonna do it right.
Something wild's in the air.
I just know it.
Now we're moving quicker, keeping on track. And once we hit the scene, there's no turning back. Gonna bring that feeling, gonna feel the heat. Online is in town and we can't be beat. We come alive, under the neon glow. It's the party of a lifetime. The signal's strong, can you feel it in the flow? It's the party of your lifetime.
Now that you can see, there ain't no stopping me. The city's on 11, it's 2000 degrees. Something big is coming, but it's just the beginning.
Just the beginning. Neon lights flicker, DJ spins the track.
Boys are in sync and there's no turning back.
Now that you're invested, we're turning up the heat. Everybody sing together on the 1, 2, 3. We come alive, moving under the neon glow. Everybody, it's the party of your lifetime. The signal's strong, can you feel it in the flow? It's the party of your lifetime.
Floating higher as the stars align. Here on the edge of 1999. All systems go in this moment like you never know.
Join us, embrace us, don't ever erase us. 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 Stop! Online's in the house to bring the party of your lifetime. We come alive, moving under the neon glow. It's the party of your lifetime. The signal's strong, can you feel it in the flow? It's the party of your lifetime. We come to life, we come to life on the floor. This feeling's what we came for. The beat is strong,
We can feel it in the flow.
the party of your lifetime. Party of your lifetime. The party of your lifetime. Everybody come in, everybody to the party. We're online, online, we're online.
Step into the night where all the stars are bright. We're back again to do this, and we're gonna do it right.
Something wild's in the air.
I just know it.
Now we're moving
Hi, chat. How are we doing? Oh, this is the cool side. Hopping over on this side for a bit. Well, welcome. Oh, so, you'll notice a lack of an octopus. We're not going to be sitting on this topic for very long, but the short version is Akko's internet shat the bed. So no Akko tonight. So I'm going to handle the show alone. Akko's internet shit the bed. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Which is fine. Like, it sucks, but it happens. It happens. It's frustrating. God, I understand how frustrating it is. I used to have, like, horrible internet issues as well. So. But the show must go on. We will do it. Give Akko your love. I would greatly appreciate if you did. Otherwise, we're still gonna do Nightwave. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. So because it is just me, we're just gonna kind of bounce around some topics tonight, and then we're gonna play some video games for a little bit. We'll do it live. Octopus slipped through the internet. Exactly. So, let's see what was in our docket. I just kind of kept adding stuff. Okay, chat. I'm gonna give you all kind of like what's the best way to say it? I'm gonna give you all the opportunity to choose what we talk about first. Ubisoft, Nintendo, or Hollow Knight? Because we got a lot of short stories tonight, besides, like, Nintendo. Are we going to get all our VTubers to play the new Ring Fit for Switch 2? Yes. Yes, we are. Ubisoft is amazingly cooked, and I love it. My vote is for Hollow Knight. I want the Copium. Ooh, the Copium is so good. The Copium's really good. You know, I think, chat, we're going to talk about. I know the UniVA keeps crashing out, even where they sent death threats. I don't know if they were real or not. Oh, they were real. Oh, they were absolutely real. We actually got news of that today. Here, you know what, chat? We'll bring that up first. Just so we can get that out of the way, because this is definitely more of like an Akko topic. But since Akko's not here, we will run through it ourselves. So, I find it hilarious that Hoyoverse isn't even the cruel ones that are heartlessly recasting SAG-AFTRA cast for no reason. But rather, it's the Chinese player base that is threatening to drop their game if they don't recast. Imagine screwing up so badly the Chinese players want you gone. And this came from this post, Chris X 3358. Expanding on Chinese players' response, according to friends in China, players are uninstalling the game, Genshin Impact, in droves as protest and sending emails to, I'm going to butcher this name, I apologize, Pangbo, the voice director, demanding him to pressure the English side and have the unprofessional VAs removed. It apparently got so bad that Hoyoverse and MiHoYo made an official statement asking people to stop because it was freezing his computer. It's wild. The Hoyo crashed out is sad to watch. English. It really does suck, but they're doing this to themselves. That's the problem. Yeah, so this post came out this morning at 12:54 a.m. So, yeah, something's gonna have to happen here, or else they're gonna have problems. Some big problems. We'll see. I mean, this is bad. Look, if again, I said it last time on the stream, if you don't want to be replaced by AI, do your job better. All they're asking for is you to do your job that you were hired to do and not make a fuss about it. Simple. Zach Ethers VA has said one thing, and that's wow. Yeah. Game company listens to the audience since when? Well, no. The Chinese player base is actually their biggest. I think Savvy made a post about it? Savvy. Not that. This Savvy. She did talk about Xenoblade 2, but we're not going to get into that. Here it is. Chinese players are uninstalling the game in hopes of Hoyoverse. In hopes Hoyo will recast all the unprofessional VAs. I say good. There is plenty of talent that will work that actually cares. That's the big one. That actually cares. Genshin Impact community is an interesting one. And I still can't believe people of all walks of life are on the same side, telling SAG and these VAs to shove off. From artists to average players to shippers to LGBT, left, right, American, non-American, whale, free-to-play, etc. Thanks to Mizu for collecting this info. Good little thread. And it is not our Mizu. It is, in fact, the other a different Mizu, but it's not the blue one Mizu. So, yeah. And this comment actually here, actually quite accurate. China is the only market that matters. Not one single English-speaking country has hit the top 10 player bases. These people have called for boycotts in the past, and this isn't the first time. It's ridiculous MiHoYo hasn't fired them all by now. Which is very true. It's amazingly true how accurate that is. China is the biggest market there is for this game. So the fact that China is demanding that they just recast from the ground up, or else they're done. MiHoYo's gonna have to do something. Otherwise, well, we'll see. I know no one cares about the Reddits, but even they are BTFOing the VAs that people were on their side are turning. Yeah. She's all right when it comes to game news. Yep, Savvy's pretty good. Howdy, welcome, Sly. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got as far as like the VA stuff. Occo talked about it last night on the Occo stream. Otherwise, let's see. So we want Copium. There isn't a lot to go on with Copium, but we can have Copium. Hollow Knight Silksong Steam listing updated to include GeForce Now and an updated copyright year. Let's see. Changed legal lines. Hollow Knight is copyright Team Cherry 2025. Probably doesn't mean anything, but you know. And then they added family sharing, cloud gaming NVIDIA. Cloud gaming NVIDIA is GeForce Now. The thing is, the fact that they added that now, cloud gaming isn't usually talked about until we're close. I'm not saying get your hopes up, chat. I think getting your hopes up is absolutely insane. but I cannot deny the fact that there is a legitimate chance we could hear about this game on Wednesday. I don't think we will. I think that is copium, but we could hear something as early as Wednesday. Let's go. They're holding onto the IP. Hollow Knight's not dead. Let's go. Switch Silksong, Switch 2 launch. Silksong, Switch 2 launch. Maybe. I doubt it. I think it's very possible that it won't be a launch title for Switch 2. We'll see. Silksong news this decade? Exactly. We got Silksong news this decade. Oh, I love it. I don't know. I'm still crossing my fingers that we get it this year, but because of the track record, I can't say we're going to get it this year, but we can hope. Temp is a gentleman hopium peddler, not a vulgar copium dealer. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's great. Again, it's not a lot to go off of, but hey, it was an update for Hollow Knight. To be fair, this happened, I think, in the same week, and I saw a video from Arlo, the blue Cookie Monster puppet. And he actually pointed out in that post that Microsoft also talked about it pretty recently as well. Up here.
Sloppy.
Hello.
It might not be dead.
Yeah, I don't think you should go live again, because I can tell you're roboting, but
Is it already struggling?
you're already
It
roboting.
is already struggling. The moment you connect to Discord too. What the fuck?
I don't know what to say. It lives. Occo is now an it. To be fair, there is
I
the
just
movie
can't stream
It.
with other people.
Arlo's
Yep, it died again. The moment I joined Discord too.
How fun. Arlo's a cool
well,
Muppet.
That's a sign. I stream tonight. All right, cool. Well, I have to stream. I have to do it alone. That's what I'm seeing here.
For a bit, anyway.
All right. Well, I give up then.
Okay. Bye. All right, well, back to No Octopus. But we have Clown. You're too powerful. No. But no, I like Arlo. Arlo, the thing is like, Arlo doesn't get political. So Arlo is a nice, it's like, Arlo doesn't bring up like political, like, oh, well, you all know. I've seen so many content creators that are like, we're going to talk about the gaming news that can't help but bring in the politics. I've embraced it, but it is refreshing to have a reporter within the gaming sphere that just talks about the gaming. It's not so hard. Sorry, off topic. We don't have Clown. Yeah, Clown is gone. I'm sorry, chat. Wholesome Muppet fellow. Exactly. We love the wholesome Muppet fellow. Okay. We'll go through some smaller topics first. In fact, I saw this one right before stream started. Shuhei Yoshida, Ghost of Tsushima was first PlayStation first-party game to sell 1 million copies in Japan since Crash Bandicoot 3. That is wild. Which also says a lot of the direction that PlayStation is going. How do these politics help us review games? Review games? Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna downplay some people. Because like I do enjoy their content. But like beat 'em ups. Anyone here knows beat 'em ups as well within like the Nintendo like reporting sphere. There are times when he can't help but bring in the politics. And at that point when he does that is when I'm like, I roll my eyes. I'm like, Why? It didn't need. There's no reason it needed to be brought up. Like, if it's a natural segue into the same topic, fine. But there are just some people who just can't help but bring it up for the sake of bringing it up. Every time someone brings up politics in games, I turn into that one rich, even meme, POC, him on the couch. Sony is hard losing market share. Actually, this says a lot about consoles compared to PCs as a whole. It does. I don't even know the sales numbers on PC. Like, here, hold on. Steam DB. Ghosts. That's Goss. Ghosts of Tsushima. Ghosts of Tsushima. Charts. 77,000 in 10 months. No, that's really not. That's actually pretty small. Most people who bring up politics in unrelated videos are not competent enough to bring up politics. No, yeah. Like, that's why I don't bring it up unless it is relevant to the topic. But that's why when a content creator, or another great example, like, my name is Bife. I love his content. His content is fantastic, especially as a lore nerd within the Destiny community. But it was a video fairly recently, after Destiny started really going downhill, that he mentioned how, like, Destiny is full of diversity and inclusivity. And I'm sorry, I had to roll my eyes. And I honestly, I turned the video off. Because I'm like, that doesn't matter. Stop. Valve needs a rule that it can't be played on Linux, Proton, CMOS. You can't keep selling it on their store. Ow, that was my neck. I turned my head a little too hard. Yeah, well, no. I'm gonna disagree with that. Only because, the Steam Deck cannot play everything. And most people who are competent with politics don't bring it up because they hate it. No, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Speaking of PlayStation, chat. Chat, it's time to glow because if it can't play on SteamOS when it drops, why sell it? Because the only thing to play SteamOS on it is Steam Deck, and I guess the new Lenovo Legion Go. And they're not strong enough to, like, at least the Steam Deck isn't strong enough yet. Maybe when it gets to, like, be more like an everything kind of operating system, then I could agree. But it's not when it drops. No, fair. Oh, you mean, oh, okay. Sorry, I read that wrong. I read that as if, like, when the game drops, it has to play on SteamOS. Never mind. I understand. I read it wrong. That's on me. It's fine. Linux people keep saying how much better they are. They can make it work. They don't need the help. Rumor is SteamOS is going to be released. Hell of a rumor. All right. PlayStation 6 release date might arrive sooner than expected. Word is that the system on a chip, so SoC, powering the PS6, is already finalized and undergoing validation tests, with prototype production expected by the end of 2025. We could very well be in a situation that the PlayStation 6 releases in 2026. Sony is going all in on cutting-edge performance developed in collaboration with AMD. The PS6 will reportedly feature UDNA graphics architecture and evolution of RDNA 5, combined with 3 nanometer fabrication process and GDDR7 memory. This setup promises significantly improved graphics with lower energy consumption. But perhaps even more exciting is the rumored use of a 3D V-cache, an AMD technology that increases the on-chip memory. Sony is reportedly looking to integrate machine learning capabilities directly into the GPU, that could supercharge features like PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR, a tool that enhances image quality much like NVIDIA's DLSS technology on PCs. So, chat, the PS5 Pro is not even a year old, and we might not even be a year away. Well, probably closer to maybe 2 years from the PS6. At that point, why buy a PS5 Pro? Like, why bother? Because there's clearly no point here. Sony. Why? I mean, I get it. We're starting to get within that period of time that is time for the next, console generation. But, if you want your console to have games, maybe wait until it has games before you release the next system. Or you're releasing the next system because your system has no games. Realistically, that's probably it. There's just no games on the system that they care enough about to keep the PS5 around. But, ironically, chat, here's what's interesting about this. Naughty Dog's intergalactic The Heretic Prophet won't release until after 2026. Watch this be a launch title for the PS6. Having both of these news stories back to back, like this is the 26th, this was the 29th. Okay, a 3-day change. Yeah, no, very, very realistically, Intergalactic is going to be a launch title for PS6 at this point. But if that's a launch title, why would you buy a PS6 when this is honestly a pile of trash game? Hopefully it never releases. Yeah, we can hope, but it will. I'm calling it now. It will absolutely release. So. Okay. Let's see. We're just gonna run into the topics tonight, chat. This one really isn't important, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway because it popped up. Square Enix announced that War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius is ending support. It's shutting down May 29th. So if you play the game, I'm sorry. It's going away. What is this app? Brave Exvius is essentially it's a turn-based RPG tactical Final Fantasy game for like your phone. It's a mobile Final Fantasy. It doesn't matter. Again, we can hope that there's an offline version, but I highly doubt there will be an offline version. In fact, let me see if I can find the post. Hold on. Oh God. Can I find, is the post in here? Yes. Yes. Okay. So I saw this as well when they announced this was happening. And this is a post, I don't know if anyone knows Cynical. Naughty Dog is already starting to campaign this hard in marketing. They're definitely not going to smother it in the cradle at this point. Exactly. So he wanted to say, I've compiled a list of dead/removed Square Enix mobile games from 2010 onwards. And I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. Of course, you can't run services forever, especially if revenue is low. Thing is, most of these don't even have an offline version. These are all the mobile games from 2010 to now that Square Enix has gutted and killed. Like Nier Reincarnation, a game that is important to the Nier story, is shut down and does not have an offline version. This game is important to Nier, and it's dead. There's a lot of Final Fantasy games in here. Dragon Quest, Bravely Default, Star Ocean, like, so Squeenix is the sound a game makes when they kill it? Exactly. They did kill Brave Exvius originally, like, last year. That probably should have been, like, the sign that they were going to kill the other one. Holy shit, not even Activision was this bad at killing games and Bobby was still at the helm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Again, these are all mobile games, so I can be a little more forgiving, but still, I don't know about this one, Square. I mean, the only one now that I think is not dead is Brave Exvius, and that dies in 2 months. 2 months-ish. So. Yeah. Okay. I think we waited long enough, chat. Who wants to hear about Ubisoft? Ubisoft and Tencent are officially teaming up to create a new subsidiary within the company. Tencent will invest 1.16 billion euros to acquire a 25% stake in the new entity. Contains Ubisoft's biggest gaming IPs like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Includes any future titles, back catalog, and the development teams. This post was made on the exact 1 week marker from Assassin's Creed Shadows releasing. And they wanted to say, the relationship between the new subsidiary and Ubisoft Entertainment, the new subsidiary would include the teams developing the Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed, and Far Cry franchises based in Montreal, Quebec, Sherbrooke, Saguenay, Barcelona, and Sofia, as well as the back catalog and any new games currently under development or to be developed. The new subsidiary would be granted by Ubisoft a worldwide, exclusive, irrevocable, and perpetual license in respect of the intellectual property and similar property rights owned or licensable by Ubisoft in relation to Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed, and Far Cry in exchange for a royalty. Tencent would invest in the new subsidiary, which is headquartered in France and 100% owned by Ubisoft, immediately prior to the transaction. Specifically, at closing of the transaction, Tencent would invest a total amount of 1.16 billion euros for an approximate 25% economic interest in the new subsidiary. That will be used to strengthen Ubisoft's balance sheet by significantly reducing its consolidated net debt position, accelerate the group's transformation, and sustain growth of selected franchises. After closing of the transaction, the new subsidiary would remain exclusively controlled and consolidated by Ubisoft. Shame, I liked Rocksmith. Yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter. Ubisoft literally can't be any worse at this point. Even if they do get worse, I doubt I'll buy a Ubisoft product again. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't buy a Ubisoft product again after this at all. Chat, how would you all feel if I walk away for like 5 minutes? For those who do not know, I have a dog. While my VTuber model may be a dog, I also just have a dog, and he is requesting I take him to the bathroom. Werewolf, thank you for the subscription. I greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, chat, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Hopefully less than that, but I'll be back as quick as possible. Okay, apologies, chat. I'm back. Temp Jr. needs to take a tingle. Yeah, he needed to go. It's fine. We tried to warn them. Guess they still had Daddy G's spunk too. Oh, God. Oh. I'm not gonna finish that. Ooh. Why is he winking at us like that? Hey, chat. Anyway. So yeah. It didn't take long. It didn't take long at all for Ubisoft to be bought. And in fact, chat, it gets even worse. These are the sales numbers. Here, I'm going to move this a little bit that way. These are the sales numbers for, in Japan for physical games. Can you see a problem here? Xenoblade. So this is a remaster of a Wii U game that sold 74,000 copies physically. A remaster outsold Assassin's Creed Shadows. Shadows only sold 17,000 physical copies in Japan. 17,000. That's insane how low that is. Like, we knew that it wasn't going to be good for them. But, damn. Like, Mario Party Jamboree has been out since November last year and is just under Shadows at 9,000. Monster Hunter Wilds is 20,000. To be fair, I fully expect Wilds to be like, I think that might be digital downloads, maybe, I don't know. But if this is physical, 20,000, I expect Monster Hunter to be a bit more of a digital purchase for some people. Like if you bought it on PC, because PC is definitely growing there. And PC, you can only get it digital. That's about 16,000 more than I would have expected. Not fair. To be fair, I know there were some people in Japan who were actually looking forward to this game, but the amount of people that were looking forward to it versus the amount that are not is vastly different. So, can't wait for the hack journals to start calling Japanese racist. They've been doing that for years anyway. Nothing new about that. And I wish we could, like, clap back at Ubisoft more, but we really can't. They already did it to themselves. Okay. So. Meow. Yes, meow. All right, speaking of PC, how long has it been since desktop towers came with a disk reader as a standard? Some computers today still do. It just depends what the purpose of the PC is. Like gaming PCs, you can kiss disk drives goodbye, but a business PC still have them. Business PCs still have disk drives. So it really does depend on what you're specifically looking for. Large cat. She's actually not that big, but she is been demanding to get into my office for days. And she chased me back in with the dog, and she snuck in. So I'm like, well, whatever. Fine. As long as she behaves. Anyway, chat. Let's see. I mentioned that we were going to talk about this today. Oh, no, that's the wrong window. There we go. Swords and slippers. Is this the cat that bed pisses? No, it is not. Nope, this is not the cat that bed pisses. Not at all. Okay, but please do not fall out of my chair. Thank you. Anyway, open this in YouTube. So this is the teaser trailer for Swords and Slippers, chat. I'm gonna just do this. I'm not playing the audio for it on stream. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The better Snow White. Oh. Nothing quite like a little tits and ass. Exactly. Nothing quite like a little tits and ass. Let's see, what else do they got on their thing? Is that it? That's it, okay. So as you could see from their Patreon, like here, like these are at least 3 of the characters that are being obviously Snow White, as we saw in the trailer. Whoa, wow. It's really hard to take my eyes off that big axe. And obviously, Little Red Riding Hood. The question is, who do we think this is? I can't place this one. The only thing that makes sense might be, you thinking Rapunzel? Rapunzel's what I first thought of too, because like the really long hair. but I'm not quite sure if it would be Rapunzel. I don't know, chat. What are we thinking? I think the game looks neat. I will definitely be keeping an eye on it because, like, damn. Just damn. Cyborg Red looks like she's into things. Yeah. Well, no. So that is definitely a more of a common trait with Little Red Riding Hood. Is a lot of the stories you see of her are she fights the wolf, or like she deals with the wolf that eats her grandmother. But there's been a lot of depictions where she did not contest with the wolf, but she is the wolf. But they toned it down for what in the world? Weird. So maybe that it's following that idea that it's actually just like werewolf Little Red Riding Hood. Either way, definitely keep my eye on this game. Because I see a lot of things I like. Speaking of Snow White, do you think Disney would have done better casting someone like Margot Robbie in place of the broken condom stick that was Rachel Ziegler? I mean, yeah. But this is... I hope Disney takes this as a sign that they need to stop with the live-action remakes. Like, please stop. Clearly, you don't know what you're doing, Disney. I don't know. I don't know, chat. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I got besides the Nintendo news. Minus, I mean, this isn't really like a big thing. So, there was a, I guess, interview from the director of Lies of P. Here, let's just do that. That basically said along the lines of Lies of P is to remain single player, period. So the director of Lies of P, Choi Jing-won, tried Elden Ring Night Ring's network test and found it refreshing. So while Lies of P remains a single-player game, he's open to other ideas in future projects. Lies of P is firmly inspired by From Software's Souls games, but as Night Rain shifts into a multiplayer experience, I wanted to ask Choi about his developments in the genre when I spoke with him at GDC. Live action of anything originally animated is ass. I have zero hope for Zelda. Ironically, Zelda is in our docket, so we'll get to Zelda next before we talk about the Switch. I tried Night Rain, and it was very refreshing and new, he said. So that obviously gave me the impression that they're good developers. They always push their boundaries, their imagination and vision, and it shows. In turn, that for some reason motivated me to deliver the Overture experience as good as it could be. Overture is the forthcoming expansion to Lies of P, revealed at Sony's State of Play last month. While it remains a single-player game, Choi is open to the idea of a multiplayer game in the future. Our primary focus from the concept of this game was to deliver a high-quality, premium action game that is single-player, said Choi. There were a lot of learnings for us from the base game, and we did our best to reflect those improvements. The expansion is the completion of that. In terms of our future endeavors, we are definitely open to any sort of consideration in the future. How then could the Souls-like genre grow and develop in the future? That's something we discussed internally quite a bit, said Choi. Instead of trying to predict how the Souls-like genre is going to be in the future, what we are focusing on is to really find our own color and points of attraction. And by crafting our own game to better meet and satisfy the customer's demand, we believe that we will build trust and credibility with our fans. In the future, instead of pegging us into a certain genre, we want the fans to look at us and actually know what sort of unique components that we deliver that they look forward to. So they see our next work as a sort of projection of our trust and characters that we are building moving forward. This differed a little from when I spoke to Choi previously at Gamescom, where he stated the development team wanted the challenge and to make the best game of that genre. It competed with From Software, as it competed with From Software. I'm a big gamer. I play a lot of different games, said Choi at GDC. And from the release of Lies of P until now, we've seen many wonderful games coming up in the market. That was a fantastic array of experiences I had where I developed further respect for those wonderful games. That became a very important role or pivotal point from my perspective. I feel like I'm going insane. It's fine right now, but when you were in call, it died. Well, yeah, because being in Discord uses internet, Occo. So instead of that goal of competing with FromSoft, it's actually our goal to develop our own unique experience. Instead of setting a goal to make a better game than some of the games out there, we want to continue making games our fans will continue to love. In the announcement of Overture, Choi compared the game to a director's cut of a film. He told me it's really a developer's cut, as a collaborative process with the entire team. Moreover, it's providing a complete experience along with the base game. We never really saw the development of Overture as a separate entity, said Choi. With the base game and the expansion together, we believe that the whole entire thing delivers the game of Lies of P as how it was supposed to be experienced. We just couldn't do it earlier on. Choi confirmed to me that Overture's expansion will be accessible seamlessly from around Chapter 9 of the base game, so is integrated into the narrative rather than separated. Not only will elaborate on story hints already present in the game, it will expand on the diversity of weapons used in combat. The trailer, for instance, features a bow and some nasty-looking claws. Beyond that, Choi was keen to avoid potential spoilers, but noted that the expansion has allowed the developers to incorporate story elements they weren't able to in the base game, as they focused on delivering a high-quality experience. What, though, about difficulty from Software typically develops DLCs that raises the challenge level of its games? Will Lies of P follow suit? We wanted to really make the content accessible and enjoyable to the veterans of the game, as well as new users. So, we made a game that satisfies both segments of customers. Our prioritization is more focused on the overall game experience. Lies of P has proven a big success for developer Round 8 Studios and publisher NeoWiz, selling 1 million copies less than a month after release and frequently considered one of the best games in the genre, not created by From Software. Though we're yet to go hands-on, Overture is shaping up to offer a complete Lies of P experience that will surely appease fans of the base game when it's released later this summer. I have Lies of P, and I would easily say that this game is very much a spiritual successor to Bloodborne with what they were trying to go with. And it's very good. I need to sit down with it and actually, like, from beginning to end, like, don't just start where I am and resume. I need to restart my playthrough of it and just go. But not yet. I got too much on my plate to do that right now. Otherwise, I think this is really good. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Thank you, Eurogamer. Speaking of Zelda, Nintendo actually announced that the Zelda movie is coming out in 2027. So 2 years from now. In fact, a year after Mario 2, because we were told about a year ago now that Mario 2 would be coming out in 2026. Which is also going to be when I believe Sonic 4 comes out. Hold on. No, sorry. Oh, chat. Sorry, I was wrong. Sonic 4 comes out March 19th, 2027. We're actually going to see Mario and Nintendo, Sega and Nintendo go at it in the box office this time for Sonic and Zelda. Ooh. That's going to be interesting. We don't really have a lot of like news about this movie. Like, there's no casting, there's no there's just literally nothing besides being told that it's Miyamoto doing it alongside Avi Arad. And I'm sure some of you have heard the name Avi Arad before. He's done some bangers as a director in some cases, like a lot like the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, even the first Iron Man. But something a little more recent that people will know him from is the Borderlands movie, which I'm sure some people will know is a smoldering pile of donkey shit. In fact, that might be generous. It's not good at all. Will Sega finally have a victory over Nintendo? We'll see. We will see. Now, chat, if you like the content I'm producing, my YouTube button's not working. My YouTube button's not working! Yay, of course it's not working! If you like the content I produce, I'd greatly appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for more notifications. It greatly supports the channel. Follow me over on X, and join the Discord for the most up-to-date information on when I go live. And thank you for the continued support. We're actually getting really close to 400 subs over on YouTube, which is fantastic. I kind of wanted to get that over with before we go into Nintendo. Like, the overall, Nintendo news. I've been kind of keeping you all in some suspense because we have some stuff to go over. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's two different articles. Okay. So, that is the wrong window again. So we had the Nintendo Direct recently. The one that I think a lot of people would call mediocre. I wasn't overly surprised by the Direct. I want my chair back. Nope. I want my chair back. Okay. So, but during that Direct, they showed off the virtual card game system. Virtual game card system. I want to rephrase that. Saying, introducing the virtual game card, a new feature for easily managing purchased digital games, playing games on two different systems, and even lending or borrowing games, similar in concept to moving physical game cards between systems. Virtual game cards make it possible to eject a purchased digital title from one Nintendo Switch system and load it into another. Whether it belongs to a member of the same Nintendo account family group or a second system tied to your account, this optional feature allows you to view virtual game cards or eject them from your system. The digital game can also be lent to a Nintendo account family group member system via local wireless connection. Games that you lend can then be played on a Nintendo account family group's member system for 2 weeks, after which the game will be automatically returned to you. This feature will be available on the Switch starting in late April. Additionally, virtual game cards will also work with Nintendo Switch 2 systems at launch. Just confirming that your digital downloads can go from Switch 1 to Switch 2, which we figured was going to happen. But it's good that they actually just flat out confirm it. But during this little presentation of the virtual game cards, I think I've seen this covered elsewhere, and I still hold the same opinion. Steam Family Share is far superior. I've had trouble with Family Share on Steam. It's a little funky, but it's also been used since I used it, so maybe it's gotten better. But we've learned that this Nintendo Switch 2 will possibly bring Switch 2 editions games with improvements from their original versions. The new reveal comes via the recently unveiled virtual game card system planned for both the Switch and Switch 2, a new system of trading and lending digital licenses of games. Buried at the bottom of the exciting new system announcement are footnotes that reveal the existence of Switch 2 edition games alongside the expected Switch 2 exclusive games. Let me see if I can specifically find the direct, because I could just pull up the direct and then like bring up the post. I will need to walk away in a moment to use the bathroom. I do want to finish this up before I do that, though. Where is it? Here it is. No. I mean, I found the direct. I'm looking for where it specifically says the Switch 2 edition games. Here, I'm going to bring this over to the main screen so we can look over this together. I probably should actually have the audio on, chat. Here, we'll get the audio rolling for this.
When purchasing the digital version of a game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title.
Any user registered to the system can play the game.
Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards
On the system, load another system. Okay, nothing
and manage
yet.
which games you can play on your system. If you have two Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever
Yeah, if it's
you
gonna
want,
be anywhere, it's gonna be in this section.
just as if you had inserted a physical game card. With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to two systems.
Yeah, this is gonna be good, especially for like people like me who are buying the Switch 2. So it's gonna be great.
Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time.
No, nothing there.
You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to.
Temp with the permanent Ahegao face? Yeah.
And you're done. They can now play on their own system. You can only lend one game at a time to a particular person. Games can be lent out for
I'm
2
not
weeks,
saying where people are
after
finding this
which they will
information.
automatically return to you. Making digital games even easier to use. Virtual game card.
The virtual game card feature lets you swap games between Nintendo Switch systems as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems. This feature is planned to be added via a system update in late April. Let's take a look at more Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. But if that is the case, like, that is great. Basically going over is basically the fact of saying that the Switch 2 will have, enhanced versions if you play it on Switch 2. People were wondering if they were going to do like the Xbox version or like PlayStation. Basically going over the fact of you have either do you have to pay the $5 or $10 to have the enhanced version, or will it automatically or will you automatically have to like just have it? Oh, excuse me, chat. Sorry, I'm like got gas. I'm sure I'll do an initial impressions, but what are you thinking about your more in-depth Switch 2 reviews a week, a month selection of games? We'll see, because I am pre-ordering the Switch 2. In fact, the rumor. In fact, we're gonna get into that. I have to use the bathroom. We'll lead into that, and then I'll walk away to the bathroom momentarily. Basically, I saw two things, but I'm not going to show one of them because I don't know the validity of it. And I kind of don't know the validity of this one. But one of them was saying pre-order Switches 2 will be up on April 9th, and one will be up on April 2nd, the actual day of the reveal. So we'll see on Wednesday what they actually do. But basically saying, retailers are expecting that they will run out of pre-order units for the Switch 2 on day one, despite Nintendo allegedly accumulating a large quantity for launch. That's according to internal emails and documents provided to Insider Gaming from a large US retailer. So we're not sure what that one is, and it might be more of a situation that they're going to be limiting the amount that they sell instead of like, oh, they're going to run out. So we'll see what happens there. According to the documents, the Switch 2 is scheduled to release in June. Not surprising, honestly. A release month that has already been widely rumored and was highly talked about by developers at this year's GDC. However, the documents do add a little confusion as to when the pre-orders will go live, especially following the Best Buy Canada leak earlier this week that revealed they'd go live on April 2nd. So that's the day of the reveal. According to the documents from this US retailer, pre-orders are set to go live on April 9th. Okay, so they actually go into that here as well, the other rumor I saw. 1 week after the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. The documents include a messaging strategy following the Direct to include pre-order coming soon messaging and a countdown timer that will end on April 9th, with an exact time to be confirmed by Nintendo on April 2nd. I think that's probably the smarter way to do it. Because you have people like at the end of the Direct or even during the Direct not focusing on like their reveals, whether it's system based or game based, and just having people just rushing to like Best Buy, GameStop, Amazon, wherever, Walmart, Target, etc., to pre-order their consoles. They want people to be focused on the Direct so they don't miss anything. The documents also included in details on an exclusive collectible coin for those who do pre-order the console. Whether or not Best Buy Canada's leak was a mistake or not is unclear, but the company did promptly remove the information after it started circulating online. In any case, though, pre-orders are almost certainly going to be live within a week of the Direct. So to answer the question, what am I thinking? I will probably do a review on it. I still need to do my Monster Hunter Wilds review. I've been a little lazy on that, but I've also been busy. But it is coming. I just need to get back to it. But I will probably do an initial Monster Hunter, or not Monster, hold on.
Sloppy.
We have a test from the octopus?
Maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, I will probably do an initial, like, review of the Switch 2, probably a week after it comes out. Whether or not, like, I do it as a separate video or, as, like, I record it live on stream. We'll see.
Well, it is not immediately committed suicide yet, so.
But before I can do that, I need to get my capture card working. Chat, who wants to see what my capture card's doing? I put it in my Discord, but I'll show it here. Because this is wild. Here. Oh, why is Akko's Fuki down there? Bring the clown back up. Bring the Yippie back. And we're not going to play games, chat. I'm just showing what, like, my thing is doing.
You know what sucks is I talked to the ISP and they said that there's no packet loss and they don't see any issues on my end.
Well,
so
we
I have
know
no
there's
idea
issues
what's
on your
going
end.
on.
So, chat, can anyone see the issue happening here with my Switch? Or maybe less with my Switch and maybe more with my capture card. Yeah, if some of you remember what happened with my capture card, when I got my laptop, which is intended to be a streaming PC, I unplugged my capture card and it broke everything.
Oh, we might be back.
We might be back. Let's go. There goes any ad revenue for Temp since Akko said the magic S word.
Yeah, but you're not monetized, so it's okay.
I'm not monetized, so it's fine. But yeah, chat, you might notice like the pixelization, like specifically like around like the Switch Online specifically icon. It is most noticeable there. Too much Final Fantasy? I don't know. Yeah, so if you look around the Nintendo Online icon, you'll see the pixelization down there. So, oh, wrong button. I gotta move the Fuki back down.
Excuse me.
Anyway, well, while Akko's here, chat, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. It actually helps that Akko's here now.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I didn't want to leave chat. Well,
I mean, that's what a Be Right Back is for.
I know, but I feel bad doing that. But now that you're here, I won't feel bad. We're back, chat.
Well, there is a chance it could be back, chat. And if it is back, I have a theory about what the issue is. And if it is what I think it is, I'm going to be really pissed off. I don't even have Tim's chat open, holy cow. So I can't even see you guys. We crave entertainment. I'll be honest with you, I like lost so much steam from that. I don't know what to say. Like legitimately, I don't know what to say. I don't know. It's kind of depressing, not gonna lie. We are unsupervised. Oh boy. Unsupervised indeed. I will be very upset if if it is what I think it is. I'm very upset because it should not. Again, like I literally just got off chatting with one of the service reps, and they told me my modem has had 0 interruption, 0 issues. And like I'm still having some minor frame loss, even though I shouldn't be. Now they're trying to blame my modem for this. I don't know. Hello, hello. So I don't really know what the answer is. I just don't know, honestly. Hold on, I'm pulling up my stuff. Like the stream, chat. Please like the stream. Like the stream so I can recover financially from this. Pretty please. Oh gosh, I had to go recover, so I don't even know what Temp had a chance to talk about. Chat, what did the doggo talk about? I'm kind of curious. Oh, goodness. My apologies if I sound just dead inside, because I am definitely dead inside. I hate how it works. Like, I'm kind of just frustrated that it's working now. Like, I'm glad that it's working, but I'm just kind of frustrated that, like, it's working now. Because I just genuinely am confused. Silk Song, Ubisoft, Hoyo VAs? Okay. Oh, yeah. And you need to see the Swords and Slippers trailer? Oh, I've seen that already, so I already know what it looks like. Ah, goodness. It's good to see you. Thank you. It's good to see you guys, too. Oh, man. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to let Temp take control of this the whole night, because, like, I don't even remember what we're talking about, honestly. That's how bad it was. Oh, excuse me. But otherwise, you know, chat, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. My workday was long, but all right. I finished at a good pace. Oh, excuse me. Dog told us the coming galactic war with chaos and how it will pull us through. I don't seem to recall that, but it's good to know. It's good to know. I'm glad that we'll pull through.
Apologies, chat. I'm back.
Holy cow. I like I told chat, I'm just kind of like, I'm dead now.
Well, don't be dead.
I don't even the chat kind of told me what you talked about already. So I don't want to like ask for us to go back or anything.
Yeah, Silk Song, Ubisoft, Hoyo VAs. Yep.
Yep. All the good stuff. I'm liking the stream because it doesn't take effort and it helps to find the channel. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I'm still setting a goal, chat. If we meet the goal.
Oh, are you live?
We'll yeah, I am live.
Yeah. Hold on.
Appreciate that.
I gotta bring up your stream.
There we go. Popper has the latest Nintendo Power news. Yes.
Yeah, we talked about it, chat.
Like the stream, chat. Like the stream. And if we meet the goal, I'll extend the show and go very late. Be very tired.
I hate to say it, chat. We've talked about 99% of our docket already.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well then, no, go ahead. Excuse me.
We did have one more thing, and it was right before stream that this came out. Apparently, I grabbed the wrong thing. There is a new Sonic render and a new logo for the 35th anniversary.
For Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to point out that Sonic does appear to be a little bit slimmer, but his spines are longer. So maybe kind of leaning into his Frontiers design.
Uh-huh. I missed all those topics. It's okay, chat. I did too. We all did.
Yep. We tried to make sure that we brought as many people over to my stream so you guys could at least enjoy Nightwave.
It's okay, chat. We'll make it through.
Mm-hmm. Indeed we will. The bugs will nom all. Silence, bugs, chaos, filth. The dog told us of the incoming galactic war with chaos and how the glory of the Emperor will pull us through.
Yeah.
Temperer. Anyway. So yeah, like there's not really a lot to go over here. It's just I saw this and I thought it'd be interesting. But this is going to be for 2026, so expect our next mainline game probably next year.
For Sonic. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the next game post Frontiers.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Otherwise,
do you have like a picture?
A picture? I do. It's in our docket.
Oh, okay. So it's just Sonic with all of the
emeralds.
Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
That's a calendar.
Yes, but this is also a new render, like a new physical art that we've never seen before of him.
Okay.
With the new logo. That's why it's important to bring up.
I can't believe it's been 35 years, chat.
I know. Oh my god. We do enjoy the dog wave. We love dog wave.
It's been 35 years. I can't believe that. I need to move you. You're in the way.
But yeah, that chat, that's all of our docket. That's everything.
You can't say that. I just started.
I'm sorry. That's our entire docket, and I went through it all.
Well, I might have other stuff then to, I might have to play some other funny stuff. If that's the case. I'm sorry, chat. Temp already said everything. It's not his fault. It's my internet's fault. Although at this point, I really don't know whose fault it is because I don't know. I feel like I'm being gaslit here. I really just like.
I mean, you aren't being gaslit because you did lose your internet. Gaslit implies that you're just being lied to. To be fair, you are being lied to, but
I just is my internet lying to me? Is my internet lying to me? I really don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Good streams to you next week. Oh, I'm not done.
Yeah, we're not done, chat. We can go over the topics again kind of briefly and talk about them. The reason why it was so fast this week is because MommaOcco really didn't talk about the topics because it was just me. So.
Yeah.
But if you want to run through them and just talk about them.
All right. We can
but
we can talk through them again.
I'm going to put a Vigi game on my screen. It's. You know.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. Oh my god. Let me get the game booted up, chat. Chat, also, this is the final Nightwave of March.
Yeah, I was about to say final Nightwave. What do you mean? Like,
This-
you're not quitting, are you?
No, this is the final Nightwave of March. Oh, my Switch is still on. Hold on. We're not playing on my Switch, chat. I'm gonna move my model.
Oh goodness.
No, we're gonna do some
Again, I
Final
do
Fantasy
apologize,
14.
chat. Like, I'll definitely find a way to make it up tomorrow for you guys. Well, not tomorrow. I can't do tomorrow. Well, we'll see if tomorrow is anime day. I'll ask.
But like, I'm good to go for many, many hours still. So like,
Yeah.
but
want to
chat,
talk about the Grums thing?
sure, real quick, chat. For those of you who are here for Nightwave, I greatly appreciate it. We're still gonna be kind of talking over Nightwave, but because the topics are primarily done, I have nothing else to show. I'm gonna be playing Final Fantasy 14 in the background because I'm still working on crafting because I want better gear. Anyway, Grum stuff. Temp, the one VTuber resisting the Inzoi craze. Sim stuff
Let me
doesn't.
pull it up.
I don't care for Sim stuff. I'm sorry.
I gotta find the Grum stuff because I had it. Now I don't know where I saved it.
Ugh. But no, Nightwave is not ending. If we're ending Nightwave, we will let you all know far in advance.
Let's see. I think T-Man talked about this
T-Man.
at some point. Yes. So, you said you briefly have seen the
Grums
leaks.
drama.
Yeah.
Yes.
What have you seen of it?
Just that he is doing pornos,
Uh-huh.
but that's it. And my response to it is, and people are only finding out about it now. Like, if we're only finding out about it now, he did a very good job at hiding it because it wasn't important to his what he's overall doing. Like, for all we know, he could be doing it with his wife, and they enjoy it. Like,
This is really interesting. So, because like I'm like giving a brief overlook on this without showing it. Chat, for those that really don't know, there is an account called Latina Catfights that decided to share that he, instead of working on his video game, decided to work on porno games. And the big thing that people are like, everybody asking what the issue is, because like this whole timeline here, and I'm gonna pull up the video. I'm gonna pull up the video that these people put together. That was 5 months ago. Well, that's not the new one. I want to find the new video that they put up. They put out a video where they talk about these leaks, basically. And from what I understand, the issue is not that he made a whole bunch of pornos, because like nobody really. Thank God I'm hiding my screen right now is all I'm gonna say. Thank God I'm hiding my screen right now. But like, the issue is not that he made these pornos. The issue is that, according to these people, he worked on these instead of working on his video game that he told everybody that he was working on. That's the issue that that people are basically saying. Sorry, again, I'm still trying to find where this video, because I have the video on me.
In a
Is that the
post
timeline
OnlyFans
video?
world, who cares? Grums was only
Yes,
a
it
weirdo.
is.
This doesn't was already a weirdo. This doesn't change much. No, yeah, exactly.
Well, again, like the problem is not that Grums is a weirdo, because I don't fucking care about that. Grums can be a weirdo all he wants. That's not the issue.
Yep.
The issue is that, according to these people, he did this instead of working on his game, and that's where the problem comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and share this with you and hope that it doesn't kill my stream.
Well, we'll find out.
This is the last kind of drama I thought he would be in. I guess so.
Here, chat. Let me bring it up so you all can see it.
Fuck, if I do this, I can't play game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can. You just can't do it like live.
Or you, because if you share it, you can't play game. All right, we're just gonna. First, I'm gonna turn down my fan. Hold on. There we go. Goon maxing, yes. So again, I am going to be reviewing this to give my thoughts and critique. If you are a fan of Grums, that is completely fine. I don't know if any of you guys are. I will tell you that I am critical of all people that get into drama, and I have no holds barred. Grums literally pulled that tomorrow for sure. I don't know. I'd have to look into this here. This is the timeline. They call this the Goonernomicon. Holy shit, that is just
I hate that name.
That is something. But I will criticize anybody, including Grums, if he is. Is this the Goonernomicon Grums video? Yes. OMG, you're covering this? Yeah. Well, I'm covering this because like it's drama. And anything involving drama is
Now that we're
worth
done with
covering.
Nightwave, it is back to Occo Drama Hour.
I'm sorry. Listen, I came in after you told everything, so I would like to stream for at least a little bit. So we're gonna cover this.
Oh, I don't care. I'm just
basically.
giving you shit because I can.
Good. Was there something special about the game he was working on? I don't know who Grums is. So Grums, Mark Kern, used to be a big guy over at Blizzard. I don't really remember the story around him leaving Blizzard, but he is no longer at Blizzard.
Yeah, and he
one of
worked
the-
on a lot of the big things at Blizzard,
Yes.
like World of Warcraft, StarCraft.
Yeah. One of the biggest pieces of criticism that people give Grums is that there's a video game that he has had crowdfunded by fans for the longest time that has not come out yet. Basically, he's just like Pirate Software, where Pirate Software said he was going to put out a game. Game hasn't come out yet, and Pirate Software has slowed down on the development of his game. And so one of the biggest things that Grums' antis will go against him for is the fact that he has this video game that is not like completed yet, that is not done, even though he said that it would be completed multiple different times. Kirsch covered this. What was Kirsch's opinion? I'll take it with a grain of salt, but I'm curious what Kirsch's opinion is. Yeah, that's basically, from what I understand, that is like one of the biggest pieces of hate that people throw at him. The other thing that people go at is the fact that he's so anti-woke that it is annoying.
Yeah.
And I know a couple of people that occasionally will take umbrage with his opinions because sometimes they feel like he goes too far. I'm not gonna out anybody that like has those opinions, but like I know that people have that criticisms of him for multiple reasons. Here, I'm gonna change the name of the stream. Since you already did this, I'm gonna name this The Grums Leaks.
Actually, you know what, chat? Here, I'm gonna do this. Hold on. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna paste this.
He's weird, but nothing damning. I mean, that's totally fair.
I'm gonna pull an Occo, and I'm gonna put this up in the corner, chat. There you go. Let me see if I can bring
Again,
up
like,
the audio.
one, we both know him. But yeah, so that's the entire basis behind this. I mean, like I said, chat, I am not on anybody's side. I am on the truth side. So if there is something worth criticizing him over, I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna go through it, and
There will be no
see.
audio because I can only hear it through Occo.
The audio should be on for you. Yeah,
Well,
the audio
no,
should be on
because
for you.
it's only through Discord, so you'd be hearing double of you, and that's gonna sound bad.
Wait, it shows double of me when that happens?
Yes, because the audio goes through Discord, and we're in Discord. I'm not watching the video direct.
Oh. Well, then I'll just turn off the audio on my end so that you don't hear it. So he's lazy, sounds like a Blizzard developer. Yeah, but again, like that's the bit. Again, the problem is the laziness is like one element to it. The other element is people paid for this game. And because people paid for this game, he has an obligation to get it done. Which that's the problem, is because he hasn't finished it, people feel like they're being scammed. A lot of people throw around that he has scammed them, and I have not really looked into it enough to give that opinion, which is why I'm kind of interested to watch this video, because maybe afterwards I can give a little bit of an opinion. There's some yet proven testimony out there that he's ended his prawn site because California instituted a new law requiring proof prawn actors are over 18. Ooh, that's interesting. Anyway, let's get started with this. This is a YouTube video, so I'm hoping there is not anything, there's not anything very damning, in my personal opinion, that I would have to censor because it is a YouTube video. Okay.
Yeah, if I can't hear, there's no point in me having it up on screen. Sorry, chat.
Oh, thank God it's legally safe. Here, chat, I'm gonna... Yeah, doing it, saying that you're, here, let me see if you can hear it. If I do this. Can you hear this?
This was just sitting out in the open for anyone
yes,
to
okay.
find who.
Okay. So you can put it back on.
Here,
screen if
I
you
will bring
want.
it back up on screen, chat. There you go.
Okay. Grums is a grifter. I feel like a lot of people will probably agree with that, yes. I mean, and I don't think that like, for him, that's a bad thing. I don't think he'll consider that to be, like, a slur towards his name. But I do agree that he is, in some ways, a grifter. And that's okay. I would say that there is a lot of, like, up and downs on grifter. This dude oozes male feminist. Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed right off the bat. I don't like how this man looks. Maybe that's a very bigoted thing for me to say.
I will be honest, I saw him and my brain immediately went to Hassan.
That's not where I went, but, like, I just don't like
You
this.
see what
Did
I mean, though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Did I see that Big Bungie's channel got nuked? I did not. I don't even know who that is, so I couldn't give you an opinion on that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't really like how this guy looks, and I really also... I like at least that he acknowledges... By the way, we found this out because of leaks, and leaks isn't the best way to find this stuff out.
There you go, chat.
I like this guy's video, but he pushes some light, he's transphobic woke shit throughout. Oh yeah, if that's what that really, like, okay, when you want to make a call-out video, one, call-out videos are gay and dumb and cringe, all right?
Okay.
Timu Hassan, ooh,
Sorry,
that's mean.
sorry. Chat.
That's really mean.
I'm gonna be real quick. For those who are watching my side, I have a bush. It's a big bush.
What?
Chat, I have a bush.
What? Mercenary for 5. Whoa, wait. Wow, wait. This guy, he admitted to committing federal cybercrimes with multiple years worth of pound you in the butt prison time. Really? That's kind of funny.
Oh, no.
That's really funny.
Not the pound
Use
you in the
some
butt
RedTuber
prison
look.
time. Oh, God.
No. Gotta make an Occo call-out video soon? That's fine. You do that, and I will, depending on how funny it is, maybe I will just say that somebody made a call-out video and not say who. Make it very mysterious. And Lobert, thank you for the 100 bits. Occo Bits also has Grums ever come out as anti-Gooner? Because I'm failing to see why there's so much flack with this. If an artist needs to take a break from a project, even a paid one, then I don't see the point of all this
He's
drama.
actually been technically pro-Gooner.
Yeah, that's not the issue. The issue is not the fact that he is pro or anti-Gooner or whatever. The issue is that he allegedly was doing a lot of this when he should have been working on his video game, which, again, the criticisms that I see levied against Grums a lot is his video game isn't done when it should have been done or when he said it would be done. That is the criticism that I see people like that is the big legitimate one where I kind of sort of agree with. Like, if he agreed to have his game done in a certain time and it's not done and he's not giving sufficient updates for it, yeah, that's a criticism that you can definitely give him because, like, people paid for this video game. It's not out. why isn't the video game out? Why aren't you giving like consistent updates? And I don't know. There's a lot of smoke that I see with him, so I'm not willing to talk about everything I've seen because I haven't seen proof for all of it. But like, Grums is one of those guys where again, he does like do some good stuff where he talks about topics that matter. Grums, and I sometimes think that he gets stuck in the weeds, and then I also think him not finishing his game is kind of a big issue.
Sorry.
What's
Thank
wrong?
you, Tapeworm. Thank you.
What did he do?
Hikari's crotch bush is huge.
Oh no. Mercenary for the 2. Smash and Yellow with a lawyer talked about it. Oh, Yellow Flash and Smash JT?
Yep.
With a lawyer talked about it. Which lawyer?
It
Are
wasn't
they talking about it right now? I'm kind of curious.
No, I think it happened already.
Okay. I'm kind of curious to hear, like, if you have a clip of their opinions, I kind of want to see those as well. Because, I don't know. I just kind of want to see them if you guys have them.
Yep, was
Anyway,
that a tank?
with that in
Yes.
mind, chat, we're just going to continue on here. But yeah, like admitting it off the bat that this came out because of leaks is not really the best way to start a video. Not gonna lie, it's actually really bad.
Knew exactly where to look for a name, a registered company, and then you start pulling on a string and pulling on another string and another string, and you find out that this goes deeper than you would think. Don't worry, Mark. I'm not going to show any more than I have to. You and your family will not be identified.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is not doxing.
This is not a good way to start this off. You are gonna make people, like, if there is legitimate criticism of Grums, you are gonna make it so easy to say that this is not legitimate because of how you act. Why do people not know how to make good videos? Do I need to make this video? Do people need me to like research all of this shit, get into the weeds, and then remake this? Holy shit! Like, broski, you've already violated like my safe space here. All right, bro. I hate. Oh man, like, you don't need to say all of this stuff. You don't need to go through all this stuff. This theatrics here is what makes me hate you. The problem with these people is they're trying to catch him in a gotcha because people condemn Alyssa for whoring when she blasted Stellar Blade, and now people are forgetting that context. I really don't know that context with Alyssa Mercante. You know what's crazy, chat, is I think Alyssa Mercante deserves a lot of flack, especially when she does stupid shit. But I feel like some people are just going a little bit too ham on her when some of them are in the middle of litigation, and I just think that they need to.
It is a simple situation of do stupid shit, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I don't feel bad for her whatsoever. Like, the amount of hate that people sling towards her, I do think that some of the dislike of her is justified. But I feel like there's a point where people bring up Alyssa every single video, and it's just like, come on, guys, this is a dead horse here, and you should probably just let it stay dead until the lawsuit is done. Then you can do multiple streams multiple streams where you dance over the grave of Alyssa Mercante. But there's just like a point. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people where they just go after Alyssa, and it's just like, again, one of you guys are in the middle of a lawsuit with this woman. Do you really feel like it's a smart idea to continue to get up on screen and dance and go neener against this woman?
No.
You haven't even got it to court yet. And the last time I saw somebody do this, they lost the lawsuit. And his name was Vic Mignogna, and it was at the direction of fucking Nick Rekieta. So I feel like people need to stop doing this kind of, like, I swear, I tell you, diamonds to donuts, if I ask the elf lawyer right now if it's a good idea for people to continue talking about Alyssa Mercante, especially the ones that are involved in litigation with her, she would tell them no, that you should shut your fucking mouth and you should not talk about it. So, I don't know. Like, I obviously have a little bit of respect for some of these guys, but I also think that, I also think some of these guys go a little too far sometimes, just because it's not going to help them. Alyssa deserved it. She continues to try to dox people and fish around glowing in others' discords. I obviously think that's wrong, and if you see that, add it to the lawsuit. Obviously, you're supposed to add that to the lawsuit, show it to your lawyer so that you have provable malice to say, oh, Alyssa Mercante, you know, even though she's in the middle of suing me, even though she fears for her life. Like, listen, I'm not in the vein of giving away free advice, but, like, Smash, all you have to do is continue filing and saying, look at her, she's going into other discords, asking about information about me, trying to get personal information about me, trying to get information about my past from me. And it's just like, you send that to your lawyer. You don't like advertise all this shit on the internet because sometimes it doesn't help. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, chat. You can disagree with me if you want. And I that is completely fine. I just like, I find the constant like dogpiling on somebody that you're in litigation with to be extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous, because Smash needs to win that. Listen, I'm just gonna be hands down. Smash has to win that lawsuit. That lawsuit has to be won. Period. If he does not win that lawsuit, a lot of people's lives are gonna get fucked up on the internet because of it. So he cannot lose that law. That's why so much of this is like why I'm so kind of like pissed off. It's just like, you cannot lose this lawsuit whatsoever, because a lot of shit is gonna like fall back on the stuff that happens because of you.
Yeah.
So, my apologies. My apologies, Chad, if like I'm a little tilted by it, but I'm just like, there's a point where you have to stop talking about Alyssa and just let her continue chugging behind the scenes. Send stuff to your lawyer when you find it, and whatever. I'm just reporting what's happening. No, yeah, you can, like, you should report what's happening. 100% you should report what's happening. But like, I just think that some of the ad hominems are not going to help people when it comes to court.
No.
I think it gives way too much stuff. Anyway, we're going to move on. We're at 59 seconds, by the way. That's how long in this video I'm in.
A meaningful sense that you're going to talk about. This is just you and me having a conversation. Everyone else is along for the ride. By the way, don't reuse passwords for shit like this, especially if you're trying to make
oh
two
my gosh,
separate
don't
personas
do
with
this.
different names.
All right, if you're gonna
that
call somebody
lock.
out, don't make snide little comments like saying, "Oh, don't reuse passwords." Don't.
Well, no,
like, do X, Y, and Z.
it is true though. Don't.
It is, yes.
Don't.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but like, yes, you do. Like seriously, don't reuse passwords, obviously. But like, this dude does not need to like make these snide remarks, because these snide remarks are just bad. Bad. I don't like these snide remarks whatsoever. All right, like legitimately, this guy is making it hard for me to like him. Wolf for 5. Kirsch couldn't get through the first 5 minutes of this Grunts video because this guy's constant self-cocksucking. It was unbearable to watch. We'll go through it. We'll make it painful, chat. And as long as you like the video, we'll continue going through. And then Sparky for 5. Anytime you see a person go at someone publicly and their litigation with that person, it's always a grift and it's dumb. I mean, it's a fine line, like legitimately. I think that there can be a space for you to say, hey, I'm getting sued by this person, but I think one of the best examples of somebody that's like that got sued by somebody and is not talking about it is Kretosis. And I'm not going to talk about that man's lawsuit. I'll only talk about what I've seen in public. I'll bring up Kretosis and Sid Alpha. They're being sued by a guy that I'm not going to mention because that guy is a very litigious individual because he claims that they made defamable stuff against him. And like right now, none of them are talking about their litigation with him. Why? Because it could make it 10 times worse. When you are in certain litigations, it's just not something you talk about. Every smart lawyer will tell you not to go out in public and talk about litigation. All right? Like, I will tell you, chat, right now, there's a lot of content creators behind the scenes that I know that are in some litigation, but they don't talk about it publicly. And I would not reveal that I know that they talk about it publicly. Like, I won't say who it is and what stuff they're going through right now, because that's not information that they want out in the public. All right? Why is Third World Sam Cedar on my screen? Oh my. All of this just to say, like broadcasting it out in the public is not helpful. I'm not going to continue to rant on this, but like I don't know. Kretosis is being sued. I believe that. Well, I believe that his litigation is over. I have no idea. I haven't asked him for an update in a while, but he was being sued by that guy. I can't remember his name. I'm not going to say his name, even if I do remember it. And he was quiet about it. He didn't talk about it. Same with Sid Alpha. So it's one of those things where when you're in pending litigation, you don't talk about it. It's funny when you pointed to Vic when Ricada is right there. Yeah, Ricada, like, okay. Chat, do you want me to show you one of the worst examples of taunting Like obviously, the case with Vic Mignogna was lost in a couple of different ways, but like this specific example is just not something you taunt the universe with. You don't make a shirt that says, "Damn it, Nick, we lost the case again," and then not expect the universe to come back on you. All right, you don't do this. All right, don't do this. When you're in pending litigation, you don't make memes. You don't make fun of the other individual. You don't like make ad hominems about them. You just let them continue chugging along. And when the end comes, then you dance on their grave right afterwards. All right? All right? That's when you get to make fun of them after you've won. Mercenary for 2, the part about the passwords is the legal issue. I bet. I definitely can agree. That is definitely a legal issue right there. Imagine a lawyer forgetting the numbers of the number 1 rule. STFU. Exactly. Counting in a legal proceeding, we go in full Somali. And then Mercenary for 5, this guy looks like he's from the Vic Mignogna deposition, and the bald guy who threw remote controls at women. I got the same bad feeling off of him. Ooh, that's mean. Anyway, let's continue. I feel like I've ranted that point home long enough. My apologies, Temp, if I'm going too hard, but like, yeah, this is retarded. It hasn't helped this video focus too much on Grum's Gooners escapades and not the embezzlement of studio funds and crowdfund money he's abusing. See, again, like I know nothing about that, and my bet is that this guy's not going to talk about it enough. Or I could probably form an opinion, and that's pressing.
Has for 20 plus years. If you're a 40-year-old man at the time and 60-plus-year-old now, you've done that. I can establish that. But don't. That's advice for anyone else looking to start up a separate online persona in the future. Use a completely separate email with a completely separate
Probably a good
password. It
idea.
might actually
I've done
prevent
this.
Use the same lawyers, actually. The same lawyers to register your company. There's
Probably
so
a
many
good
steps
idea.
that this guy has failed at to protect himself, and it's just all come unraveled with publicly accessible information. So don't use your real name to register these emails.
A good idea. Again,
Your
I
real
just
name's out there on this historical Who Is information. When you update this information, it doesn't go away. It's there. It's stored. The internet never forgets. I summarize. The internet never forgets. The internet will never let go. The internet remembers everything that you have done, everything that you have purchased, everything that you have registered. Somewhere deep down, until that drive stops spinning, the internet will know, and now we have found it.
oh.
Like disgusting onus defenders are going to immediately reject the video based on how many subscribers and followers I have, and I don't care.
I'm just gonna listen. I almost want to reject this just because you sound like such a fucking cocksucker that you're just annoying to listen to. Like legitimately, this is
really
like
does.
such. I almost want to reject. Like I see why Kirsch probably quit after 5 minutes. This is it is kind of hard to. We're going to sit through this. We're gonna sit through this, but like I understand why people can't get through this video. This guy is legitimately insufferable to listen to. I apologize, chat. Mercenary for 5. The big issue is that they stole password for Grum's email and trespassed electronically into his files. Yeah, that's bad, and I would get a lawyer involved if that actually was the case. My super got skipped. Did it get skipped? Hold on a moment. Oh my gosh, my apologies. Gabriel for $9.99. Aha, yippies or something. Gotta get those goal numbers up. Like and subscribe. Thank you. I don't know why it hold on. Let me see. Did it not? Oh yeah, that's why. It didn't show on the page that I was on. My apologies. It shows on one page, but just not another. My apologies about that. But thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh my god. Hassan from Temu.
Yeah, somebody already said that. It's funny,
Oh.
oh no, Grum's made lesbian fanfic softcore.
Anyway.
Again, that's not the issue. Like, that's not the issue. If that's what this guy is going to try and claim, that's a shit issue. And I think this guy is, again, major retard. The issue. The issue is that Grum's game is not that. That's the issue. Did I skip you twice? Really? Seriously? I just DM'd you the Smash video. Yeah, I think I got that one. And Mercenary for another 2. I spent the Smash video. Yeah, I got the Smash. I didn't miss that. Shoot, I need to stop using YouTube for these super chats. Back to Streamlabs. Streamlabs is a little bit better, I feel like. My apologies, chat.
And chat, if you see my mouth moving when I'm not talking, I'm eating dinner. Dinner has been delivered to me.
The internet knows about the puppy monkey bait. What?
I'm sorry.
I don't want to know.
Puppy monkey baby?
I don't want
Never.
to know. I don't want to know.
Normal job. Consider getting one of those before you start trying to swing at me. Most of you are on Twitter for 15 hours a day arguing over whether Yasuke is too woke. Statistically, you don't know me. I know this. You know this. We know this. By the time this finishes, you're going to know me.
Oh my
That's fine.
gosh, I
It's
hate
nice
this
to meet you.
man.
My name's MLY.
Excuse me, I don't hate this man. I hate what he's doing.
For a while. I want you walking away from this video bemused the idea that there's a 60-year-old man out there who has a maid outfit wearing VTuber as his public-facing persona, who abuses his parents.
Okay, who cares? Oh my gosh, I just. How many views does this video have? 100,000 views. Okay, buddy, I can tell you why this video has 100,000 views and probably not anymore. It's because you suck at making videos. Quit right the fuck now, all right? Quit right now while you're ahead, because this is so fucking bad that you are not convincing. Like, legitimately, this man makes me want to get down on my hands and knees and lick Grum's feet. I'm not going to do it because that's disgusting. But this man makes me want to do it, even though I don't like Grum's 100% as a person. That's how bad this is. That's how bad this is. You can heart supers, you read? This is true. This is very true. I probably should do that, but you can't do that on Restream. That's the problem.
5-star meal, it's Taco Bell, chat. Do with that what you will.
Oh, it's Taco Bell. I'm sorry. Do either of you like football? I don't like football. I'm sorry, no.
Nope.
Sorry, chat. I don't.
Will to front up LLC companies so that he can avoid California taxation law, while also trying to drive gamer culture further to the right because he thinks things are just a little too woke for him these days, and his little 60-year-old brain can't handle it. There's a reason I'm showing my face on camera today. There's a reason that I'm not hiding behind an avatar like I normally do. I am better than him. This is just one of the ways. I'm better than him in every way that fucking matters, to be honest. Like,
Oh man, there's words I want to say. Oh fuck. Holy fuck. I'm making this video because I'm better than him. I am better. Oh. Holy fuck. Now, yeah, this is probably. I'm just. Yippee want a taco? Yippee does want a taco, yeah. I'm just. This man is like a major retard. Like, there's word. Like, chat. Okay. Like, when you talk about radicalization, when you talk about people that radicalize you, all right? This man makes me want to call him slurs. All right, I'm not going to do it on camera, but this man makes me want to walk up to his face and call him the worst things that you can call an individual on the planet. All right, that is how bad this video is. This man makes me want to fucking scream at him until he deletes this video. This thing is, this video, like, we're 3 minutes, we're not even a 10th of the way through this video. And I hate this video. Like, it is so fucking bad. Like, here's the crazy part. Like, we haven't, the intro for this video is 14 minutes long. What the hell is he going to use almost half of this video to talk about? Half of this video is just him talking. It's just him talking. Retard alert. I wouldn't use the word retard. I'd use the F slur. That's how bad this man is making me feel right. That's how, like, upset this man makes me. This man, like, legitimately wants me to walk up to him, all right, and call him a bundle of sticks. All right? That's how upset I am with this man here. This is just... I'm going to continue playing it so that this is because I'm just going to keep going.
On a moral level, on a conceptual level, on a how I earn my money level, I am better than this man. And I don't care that you think otherwise. I know this in my belief system and his, I am better. I am going to keep saying that this is very findable information. I am going to keep saying that this is all
that should have been left on the editing room floor.
This is not being doxxed. This is not being
Also, please don't make N-word towers or you will be muted.
Again, just to hammer the point home, because the target of this video is going to come with lawyers, or this target of this video is going to come and try and whip up a screaming mob that he's been cancelled and send a harassment campaign my way and other people's way. This is part of what he does. None of this is secret information that you are legally allowed privacy over. This is part of public California state record. I will not be revealing addresses. I will not be revealing full emails. I can assure you they match, Mark. You are just going to have to trust me. You know it, I know it, and everyone else will know it. The fact that you're out there deleting things rapidly when you got a hint that people knew about this kind of proves that it's you.
Oh my
And
gosh. Ian for the 5. By God, this is worse than Legal Eagles TDS. This is like, yeah, this is like.
We have
man.
transcended TDS. We have GDS.
Yeah, Grome's derangement. This is Grome's derangement syndrome. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. What about the Gyat Tower? Sure, Gyat Tower is fine.
that's
Just
what
not
actually
any
matters
slur
deep down. In
towers.
your bones, you know what's about to come out. These same emails that I'm referring to that were in that data breach earlier have been publicly posted by you in multiple
Holy
places
fuck.
across multiple whois records. That's a key and public-facing part of internet structure. That is not doxing. That is all right here when you check DNS and whois records. That will never go away. That is part of what you have put out into the internet. If I type your name into a specific search engine, I can see exactly what websites you've registered going all the way back to about 1996. There is very public LLC information with your family's name, and I'll get to why it's your family's name and not yours on these LLCs in due time. I haven't stolen any private information. I have not illegally accessed any information. This is a case of finding one little string of public information you have left out, and now the whole fucking house of cards is coming down on you. You are welcome to scream it's doxing. I will say this once again. This is publicly accessible information that you have posted on the internet and have left it out there for me to talk about. I'm leaning in to make a point because I want you.
Pause here. Warwolf for the 100 bits. How much do you bet this guy was so insufferable as a kid? Even the kids from the short bowl bus bullied him mercilessly. It's a good question. Tam, do you know what the short bus means?
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay, the short bus refers to all the retard kids.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
thought it meant.
Yeah, that's where they put all the retard kids to ride to school.
Okay,
Or, as Christian likes to call them, slow in the minds.
He comes off like he's justifying stalking.
Beat this
Yeah.
into your thick skull. This is the digital equivalent
This is just insane. This is not legal at all. He did not get this information at all legal. A data breach is not legal. Well, okay. No, it's not legal whatsoever. A data breach is illegal, period. But unless he's the one who performed the data breach, I don't think he can be held liable for anything. So you would have to prove that he's the one that did the data breach, I guess. I don't know. Again, like this man needs to shut down his YouTube channel right now. Feel free to do 2x speed while he rambles. You know what? You're right. We need to do this at 1.25. Make that more bearable.
of a phone book. This is the digital equivalent of me picking up the yellow pages, which you are old enough to distinctly remember. I know that you're 60
Can
plus
you,
years old.
like,
And noticing
fucking
that two separate
stop
people have the exact
trying
same
to
phone number and
insult
going,
this man,
wonder
like,
what that's about.
legitimately.
Passing around and realizing that those two people are the same person. They've just got two names for some reason. I wonder why that is. I really want you to understand that we know. You've gone around
We
to try
know.
and delete everything. You
We
are
know who
rapidly
you
deleting
are,
every
Grums.
public piece of this persona. It's been archived. We've got it saved. You're good. This video will be going up in places other than YouTube. I am under no illusions that you're not going to try and get this taken down through some kind of spurious DMCA claim or something similar. The internet will never forget. It will be elsewhere. It will be publicly disseminated. People will know. I've also consulted with a lawyer. We're good. We're in the clear. Why don't I just get to the point instead of being
I don't believe that. Lawyer would tell you
Perhaps
probably
back
not to
is
do this.
Mark Kern, aka Grums, has been coasting on the success.
Actually, I'll walk that back and do another step. I highly doubt you had a lawyer watch the final thing. All right, I highly doubt that you have let a lawyer watch the final thing here, because I know a lawyer would probably tell you that this is a bad idea. All right, just telling you, a lawyer would tell you, bad fucking idea.
Of his one or two actual highlights of his career. The rest is a sad tale of an old man desperately clinging to relevance. He's worked as an associate producer on StarCraft, the producer from Diablo 2, and was a team lead in World of Warcraft. I'm not going to dispute or deny the fact that he worked on these titles. That's documented. He's in the credits. I find it fascinating that he's barely ever mentioned by former co-workers in a positive light, and that's fascinating, isn't it? Fascinating to think about. Since leaving Blizzard, he's been coasting on that success and to build clout in the reactionary online space, joining Diablo 1 before leaving because he was too transphobic at the time. He continued coasting off the back of this and used the petition to
Over for 100, I'm willing to bet these bits this man went home after making this video and bragged about it to his wife's boyfriends. I have no idea who this, what if this man has like any family members, but like this video sucks.
Bring classic WoW back and use that to leverage it into even more clout. That's another one of his big career highlights. He organizes harassment campaigns against developers that he thinks are doing things a little too wokely, and by a little too wokely, I mean doing it while being too much of a woman or being maybe too brown for his tastes. I keep saying he's coasting, and he's fucking coasting. Our boy Mark Edward Kern has been nothing but a failure since leaving Blizzard Entertainment in 2005, reduced to tweeting 100 times a day that Assassin's Creed Shadows is too woke because they've taken historical
This
figure
is the
and
second
embellished
time you're
certain portions of
mentioning.
their
Oh
life
my god,
in a
you
game
couldn't
that's never
like okay. That's the second time he's mentioned Assassin's Creed. Holy, like, okay. Do you think he would have made this video if Grums didn't talk about Assassin's Creed? Like, legitimately, now I'm kind of curious. Like, yeah.
been about historical accuracy to begin with. He keeps saying that he's winning the war on the woke mind virus, and this is the year that we will actually defeat wokeness in video games. All the while, he's just beating his meat over Eve from Stellar Blade. He's never actually played Stellar Blade, by the way. Before you try and chime in about Assassin's Creed, by the way, your parents don't love you. It's a genuinely fun and interesting fact that since leaving Blizzard, Mark Kern has never released a successful game. In 2005, he co-founded a studio called Red 5 with 3 other former Blizzard employees. He played a significant role in that development and was made CEO in 2008. If you know anything about Mark, if you've heard of like a little bit of him before, you will understand that he has allegations of overspending and promotional campaigns for Firefall. You've heard of the Firefall bus? That was made by West Coast Customs. You know what West Coast Customs is, you've been online. That shit cost $3 million. He purchased not 1, not 2, but 3 red epic dragons for his Red 5 studios. This is a video production arm that's completely unnecessary for a video game developer. And my rough calculation is that including inflation, that is...
Is it just me, or is it weird how the whole anti-woke movement in gaming, that Grums never had clout in the online sphere, never had his own games? Grums, I believe, was working on games before this. I just think that like his prominence kind of like... Here's the thing, a lot of people have grown in the anti-woke sphere. I definitely agree and believe that. And like all movements, I believe it's going to simmer down, and only a few people are going to exist in that sphere afterwards. But like, I do think that he like chugged up a lot more steam when all of that was happening, if that makes sense. He was literally talking to the CEO of Shift Up. Yes, he was. He was.
This guy
I think
gives me
criticizing-
indigestion.
Man, I don't know. And criticizing Grums for his work and lack thereof post-Blizzard, his content amounting to more than tweets, which is why I don't respect him. Yeah, you can criticize Grums for just being on Twitter all day. Like, that's my biggest issue with Grums, is that he just literally sits on...
He's a Twitter warrior.
He's a Twitter... Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. He is a Twitter warrior. And so, because of that... Why did the goal end? What the hell? Here, we'll reset the goal here. I mean, I think you guys have basically already hit it, so we'll just do, just do a silly little one there. There we go. Didn't Grums got one as a gift? I don't know what that means. Wall of text video?
Really? That's what it feels like.
Like, legitimately, you can criticize Grums on a couple of things. And again, this guy's making it hard for me to want to continue criticizing Grums. That's how bad this is.
40 to 50 grand per camera in modern day money. 150 grand on cameras that are not fucking needed. You don't need to shoot 4K footage in 2013 to document your video game. Red 5 employees describe Mark Kern as being prone to extended absences and having erratic, impulsive, and very disruptive leadership styles. Anyway, Firefall was an absolute flop because Mark Kern doesn't actually know how to make games at all. I don't think it's particularly controversial to hold the opinion that World of Warcraft succeeded despite this guy and all the time he did spend on his little side projects. Again, I have receipts for this. Anyway, in 2013, Mark was removed as CEO from Red 5 by the board of directors of the company. Let's start the scamming people out of their money counter, shall we? Kern founded the studio MEK Entertainment in 2014. He raised $1 million in seed funding for an Oculus Rift MMO. Guess what happened? You've got 3 attempts. Correct, he ran with the money. The game never existed. You know what did exist is a tax bill from the state of California for over $250,000 for 3 years that he never paid his taxes, and now they have a publicly viewable lien against him for this. This didn't stop him from founding
Do you have
another
proof
company
for
called
this?
Pixel
I mean,
Labs.
I'm sure
He
that
stopped
he's
being
got
on
proof for
paper,
this,
though.
but I would like
That's
you to
actually
show
completely different
that.
family member, which I will get to. Mark, or whatever little pervert foot soldier of his that's watching this, this is all publicly accessible information from the Secretary of State in California. This is all part of the Chamber of Commerce. This is all public register that will be kept on file until long after you were dust. Anyway, with Crixolab now up and
I don't know. I
running,
think this
he
guy
got
might
moved
not
again
like
in
Grums.
2016.
It's
He started
possible.
crowdfunding a game
It's
called
very
only
possible.
guess.
spiritual successor to Firefall. He can't let that one go. That is his baby. He did an interview with a YouTuber in 2024 claiming about 600k has been raised so far for Ember. Guess where that shit is? It's DOA. There's no meaningful updates for any actual length of time. It's very haphazard. It's very obvious that he's neglecting this for his Twitter rants. It's a Discord purged of dissent and a subreddit full of people disappointed that he's gone down this absurd little culture war path. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty weeds for hours explaining what an alt. There's other YouTubers that have it's on the screen. Just look at it. Our boy is planning to fundraise more, and he's calling.
I
this
don't.
just a
You did not
vertical
put it on the
slice, and
screen,
he wants to do
sir.
a Kickstarter
Show
one that
it.
I've seen more coherent
Show
games,
it.
I can
Like
longer
I
range
can
games.
agree with
It's
that
not
as a
slanderous,
criticism, but
libelous,
show
or anything
it.
to say that this man, Mark
Show
Edward Cohen, the
it.
developer of Crixel Labs, is basically scamming
He
people out of
keeps.
their money.
You know
It
what's
took
funny
him
is I
months.
notice he keeps saying he keeps saying like Grums' whole name. Like everybody knows his name, but it's just like dude, he keeps saying it like he. I know that he does that because he thinks that it is a major own to continue to say Grums' name out loud all the time. He thinks that it is such an own to terrify this man by continuing to say his name. That's why he's doing it. Like there's no other reason for this, but this man wants to terrify him. This is just like. Chat, did I beat Kirsha with how long I've watched? We're over 10 minutes into the video. Did he at least post the link for his sources? Yes. This is the archive link right here. The archive link right here. And fun fact, chat, this is part 1. This is one of multiple videos, allegedly, that are going to come out. I'm more willing to side with Grums because this guy's a cockmo. Yes! That's how bad this is. I just...
To texture 3 models and give them each 3 frames of attack animation. There is no meaningful work being done on this game outside of reposting old AI-generated art, old commissioned art, and reposting old models that he had made 10 years ago. This man, all he does is log into the Discord, post, "This will be a great year for Ember," log off, start posting on Twitter while he deletes his old website and removes the ability to unsubscribe to long-suffering backers. There are people in there who are afraid that they're going to die before this game comes out, and they're desperate for just a taste of Firefall once again. And all he does is ignore them. You might be wondering if this guy doesn't work on this game and all he does is post. Again, it took him 6 months to texture a fucking model. What does he do? And he had other business ventures and he had them for a very long time. What I have in my hands is, it's probably the most complete biography of Mark Edward Kern, aka Grums, that you're ever going to get. So Mark isn't 100% into the game dev and culture war life. No, he has other side projects. There's objective proof of companies he has registered and deregistered, websites that he has worked on, money that he has taken from people for these other projects under other names, but it all comes back
Beating
to...
Kirsch is a loss for you, not a win. I disagree. I'm able to power my way through this. Oh, chat, we are almost out of the intro.
Well,
Praise fucking Jesus. We are almost out of the fucking intro. I am so fucking happy about that. Oh man, I'm so happy about that. We are almost out of the intro.
him. Once again, this is publicly accessible information. When he found out people were looking for this, he's deleted the LinkedIn, Instagram, DeviantArt, clips for sale, Twitter account. Every public-facing piece of information that we can find has now been deleted. While you,
Did
Mark
you make
Edward Kern, were
did you make
beating
clips of
elite
it?
law over anime children's navels, we were finding out more about you than
Oh, I see exactly what he's doing right now. He is definitely trying to poison the well by saying anime children. What he means, chat, is lolly. For fuck's sake, that's what he's talking about. Oh my gosh,
You should. Draw your blade, pervert. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what I'm calling the Guna Nomicon. Now, this isn't a magic book full of spells that you can only cast one-handed. This is a documentation of Mark Edward Kern, the first in a series of some of the worst onanists, some of the worst masturbators in the gaming sphere, who are trying to mold and manipulate gaming culture to return to a time when they were 12 years old and all they had in life to look forward to is extra cheese sticks and a woman in a bikini. It will become pretty obvious that these men just think with their erections. People forget that hating is an inherently valuable form of critical thinking. I have learned tens of thousands of facts via hating. If you are truly hating, you will take all the time you need to learn everything about the subject you are hating on, just to hate better, deeper, efficiently, effectively.
Is he talking about
This
himself
is
right
a
now?
law of nature.
I don't know,
It's a
maybe.
law of hating. The only thing that stopped this from coming out earlier is no one has been
Akko has
motivated
high
enough to pay a
durability.
data aggregator $11.
Nothing
and
beats
there are
trying
I
to
multiple
do,
jump
jobs
start
yeah.
a
out
car
I mean, I am
there
a
just sitting out there in the open.
I'm a tank by heart, so yeah, I can brute my way through this. I just,
Akko has more fortitude than me. I'm just willing to keep going because I agreed to it.
I appreciate that.
The story here is that Grums is a man who has aggressively pursued his personal interests at great cost to his family and his career. The biggest crime here is that anime babes with huge bazongas are his main interest. Actually, no, that's not the biggest crime. It's tax fraud. We'll get there. All
Oh,
of these points are
I hope you can show the pictures of that.
In 1968, Grums comes into the world. Mark
What
Edward Kern, who is a former
I don't care about when he was born. Show his crimes front and fucking center. I want to see what he's done. I already know what he's done. I already know what I criticize him for. I don't need to know when he was born.
video game executive. 1992, he gets his bachelor's degree in cognitive science from the University of Rochester.
I don't
He eventually
care.
gets his doctorate from Boston University School of Law with a specialization in
This
IP.
doesn't help
He
me.
goes on to found Qualia Games in Boston, developing a top-down 2D shooter called Crixer. This is with Blizzard's backing, and he loves the name Crixer. Crixer is eventually cancelled by Blizzard. They do pull the funding, and Qualia shuts down. There's not enough money to pay the payroll. Blizzard used this as a way to get some talent, and Mark is unfortunately the only one to take them up on that offer. He eventually moves on to a role at Blizzard. He serves as an associate producer for StarCraft, works on StarCraft 64 and Diablo 2 as a producer. He's in the credits. I'm not going to dispute the fact that he worked on these games. This is part of his career. March 27th, 2001, FoxyFighter.com is purchased by Mark Kern. Ignore the country of France. That is where Gandhi's SAS is located. They're a French company. But
Okay,
Mark
so
Kern
this
is
this
the
man is
registered-
like going through a timeline of Mark
Mark Kern
buying all of his
isn't a unique
websites.
name, but there's later information that basically proves that this is him.
Okay,
Now,
can
what
you
is
show it?
I guess I at least see the
To
value of
put
what
it
he's
as simply
doing.
as possible, FoxyFighter.com.
I don't
is-
see the value in including when the motherfucker was born.
No, that I don't know. But like the timeline of like how we get here.
Yeah, like
I
the
get it.
timeline is fine. Like this is the like that is fine. I just don't need to know when Mark was born. It's so annoying. It's so boring. Like legitimately, now I'm like I was first pissed off, and now I'm bored. I just
See, this is why I'm playing 14 while we're listening to this slop.
I hate using the word slop. That's just
Sexy Catfight Hentai. It is a website run by a persona called Debbie Chan, but Debbie Chan is Mark. And that's underselling it. He has, over the course of 20 plus years, collected a variety of live action catfights, drawn hentai catfights, quite a bit of like run-of-the-mill porn. However, there are multiple stories where his persona, Debbie, violently sexually abuses women. It's been scrubbed at this point.
is all of this gonna be Grum's bad because he has evil characters that he wrote about? Oh boy.
I have evil characters I've wrote about. Does that make me bad?
Yeah, chat. I have very evil characters too. I think I'm evil as well. Although you guys already knew that.
As soon as Grum's got a sniff that people were investigating this, he ripped down as much as he could. Unfortunately, we archived most of it. The email addresses that we found share passwords. When searching a pwn database, which is a database of dumped passwords and email addresses, we found a Foxy Fighter email sharing the same password as Mark Kern's email. Fascinating, huh? We also found this one. I'm just leaving that out there.
Why is
Moving
he
on.
showing the passwords? I mean, they're hashed passwords, but why is he showing this? No. And like obscuring the final end bit of this does not help because people can probably like search up these emails and like just...
July 21st, 2001 is the earliest capture of FoxyFighters.com.
I
On
hate
February
this.
28, 2002, Debbie wins second place in the third Seeking Femfights story competition, so he is actively making this stuff. And on March 24, 2003, we get RussianCatfights.com. This is another site owned by Mark. He confirms it on a Twitter post. March 22nd, 2004, we get an archive of Latina catfights. This is also owned by Mark.
I see nothing wrong with these.
2004, access to Foxy
I see
Fighter goes
nothing
for
wrong
about
with that
$10
either,
a
no.
month. Posts are stories and drawn artwork. November 13th, 2004, World of Warcraft releases. This is effectively the pinnacle of Mark's career. He's credited as team lead. He says he works on drafting the TOS in ULA and does licensing with China. He leaves Blizzard shortly afterwards. He says he's going to go and be with some family. So I don't blame him. Like, that was a very hard process, even if he was apparently a bit of a shithead. Like, no one's spoken about him in a good light at Blizzard, really. Like, not in a way that I think a team lead should. In this role. Very shortly afterwards, him and a few other Blizzard employees found Red 5 Studios. So he obviously had a couple of friends who wanted to work with him, but he's not really mentioned in a lot of these retrospective books. It's real fascinating. June 15th, 2005, RussianCatfights.com is closed due to changes in US law.
No,
August
not
18th,
Russian Catfights, and Latina Catfights is closed. No. No. Mercenary, thank you for the 2. Showing the passwords like this can't send you to jail. Well, that's good, because I just technically showed them. I just think that this broski is not making it easy for me to... Again, like, I will still criticize Grums, but this guy is not making it easy for me to want to criticize him. It's, like, legitimately making me want to... I kind of want to give Grums a high five now, and then ask him why the fuck his video game isn't done. like, broski, get to the point already. This is him making the point. That's the problem. We are almost halfway through this video, and he is making the point right now. The point is that Grums has these websites are actually owned by Grums. All right. Sorry, autocorrect there. I said it can send you to jail. Oh, okay. I see.
2005, LatinaCatfights.com is closed.
Holy
52%
fuck.
changes.
This
So
is just so
I don't want
bad.
to point out that this is anything egregiously sinister. This was a change that was required in the porn industry to have verified records of the performers. Before this law, those records were not kept. Blizzard in 2008 had some problems. People were stealing breast milk from the fridge. This is attributed to Mark. People call him the breast milk bandit. He wasn't working there at the time, and he's not the breast milk bandit. It's funny to think he is. Please keep doing it.
No, you can't say that. No, what the fuck? That's broski. That's potentially defamable material right there by saying, yes, please keep saying that he's the one that did it when he didn't.
Oh.
Bro. I just... What the fuck? What if Grums did own these porno websites? Again, the issue is not that he owns them. At least that's not my issue. The issue is just that, like, if he was trying to make video games while doing this, he should have devoted his time to the video games. Thank you, Mercenary, for the 2. You're fine because you're reporting on it. Okay, good. I'm gonna keep going.
It's very funny. But we found dozens of breast milk photos on foxyfighter.com, so smoke this fire, huh, Mark? October 17th.
No, that's not how that works. You can't say that. You cannot say that. Oh my fuck. That is so bad.
2008, as forum admin on freecatfights.com, Debbie recommends a Japanese breast milking series to another forum member and reveals that he owned LatinaCatfights.com. Now, you might notice that this is forum admin with a Batman avatar. This was scrubbed about a day ago. But this is him. April 23rd, 2009, Red 5 lays off 30 people. Reports of a studio purchase emerge. March 10th, 2010, that studio purchase comes through. A company called The Nine announces acquisition of Red 5 Studios, and Grums becomes CEO. May 19th, 2010, Grums buys a Leica S2 and a 70mm lens from OC Camera. Now, I bring this up because we match metadata from some of the live action photos on Foxy Fighter to this exact camera and lens types that we know he owns. September 3rd, 2010, Red 5 announces Firefall at PAX. September 20th, 2011, he goes and advertises foxyfighter.com and freecatfights.com on r/comics, which probably not the best place to do it, but doesn't even get a single piece of engagement. That's kind of sad. Come on, man, you're better posted than this. Even I can admit that, but dog. March 7th, 2011, he asks for models to star in fighting videos, so he's starting to move into the live action space at this point. And March 21st, 2011, model Megan Renee posts, "I adore you, Mark," on his Model Mayhem profile. And that's his Model Mayhem profile, Studio Foxy Fighter. You see that little boxing?
I hope someone exposes this cock. I'm not gonna ask for people to reverse dox this man. I also just won't feel bad if it happens, but this is just so bad. Oh, this is so bad. Holy fuck.
Glove image up the top right next to his profile. That one is an exact match to a camera lens I know he owns and a camera that he owns. Just a thought. October 5th, 2011, a 19 interview mentions Firefall will release soon. And he goes on to film a video of Randy Moore and Kimberly Jane. In January 18th, 2012, Red 5 skips E3 to protest SOPA. Mark is really big on hating SOPA, and he skips it and donates 50 grand, which was their E3 fund, to found the League for Gamers instead. League for Gamers is ostensibly a non-profit founded by Mark Kern. They style themselves as an advocacy group for video games, consumer-centric versus industry-focused. They represent the gamer. Red 5 paid this charity $50,000. He wired himself 50 grand from his slowly failing game studio, which I'm guessing was all that was left in the couch cushions at this point. Never logged the transaction with the state of California. This should be logged. It's not in the logs where we're checking. We can see other logs, but it's not there. He then waits for California to dissolve the non-profit, then started a for-profit Delaware Corp with the same name.
Okay, that is good. That is an issue.
That's bad. Why was this allowed? Is this all above board tax-wise? I'm sure the California AG would love to know about this and the rest of your tax dodges. June 6, 2012.
I obviously think that, like, that's wrong, but by the same token, fuck California tax law. So it's just like, I guess it's whether or not you're okay with him trying to dodge taxes. I mean, there's a deeper conversation that we could have here. Obviously, that is kind of questionable. I don't feel like this is enough. I don't feel like this is enough. I feel like I need more shit here. But like, I don't know, man. This is just. I would have to look through the archives because the archives here are just stupid. Mercenary for 2. Someone FBI check this guy's PC. No, don't say that. Don't say that, chat. Oh. Yeah, this guy is pretty stupid.
Grum's offers his opinion on the Leica S2 and Nikon D3S, mentions using them for the last 2 years. This is, again, just here as an aside, he used these cameras and 100% owned them. They are a match for Foxy Fighters content in the unscrubbed metadata. July 4th, 2013, you remember the Firefall bus? Well, that's shown at Anime Expo LA. July 9th, 2013, Firefall finally enters open beta. They are rapidly running out of money, though.
He wired himself $50,000 allegedly or not. I don't, at this point, like, I would say maybe, probably. I don't know. Again, like, I just don't feel like there's enough info here. He's just speaking off. Like, there is, this archive here. Cool, there's an archive here. But I wish it would, like, shown in, because here's the thing. Most people are just going to watch this video. A very small percentage of people, I don't really know what the actual percentage is, but a very small percentage of people will ever click on the tiny URL to actually check out more information on Grums, okay? If there's no record of the transfer, how do they know it's total BS? No, that's what I want to know. It's like how they know that it actually exists. Like, also hello, this like legitimately, I need more information than just him saying this. It's just. This is how you keep people from being critical of a man that does deserve criticism. All right, this is how you keep people from actually like forming real criticisms by allowing Grums to get away with like by saying all this stupid shit. You're gonna let Grums get away with murder at some point, and I don't think that's wrong for me to say. Like. We say this all the time. Me and Mizu say this all the time. When you have somebody that does have bad actions that they've done, you should not focus on all these other little things that make him a bad person. You should only focus on the things that actually make them a bad person. And because he's choosing to focus on every other little thing that Grums did that could be slightly questionable and does not provide enough for it, and then just gives these trust me bro statements, it really starts to make people think, well, if they're wrong about this, what else are they wrong about? Grums is going to the FBI on this guy. Is that what he actually said? Also, I'm not kidding. I'm getting that vibe off of him. Man, I don't know. Like, I can't really operate on just vibes, but, like, this guy is crazy. This guy is legitimately crazy.
Oh, that's going to become obvious. December 19th, 2013, he gets removed as CEO. They vote him out. July 29th, 2014, Firefall finally releases.
Firefall was
September
actually a good game.
2014. Mark
Was
is...
it? I have
Yep.
no idea what it's about. What
It
kind of
came
game is it?
out around the same time as Destiny, so like you would see them like being played side by side occasionally.
Mhm.
It was very much like a third person looter shooter, kind of like Warframe.
Smash says Grums is. Okay. Well, I think we'll look at the Smash video after this. I passed out from hour. Did I miss the talk on the Switch too? Yes. I didn't even
Yes.
talk about it on my channel. You'd have to go to
Chat,
Tim's
if
channel
anyone wants
you
to
wanna hear
watch that, it is on my channel. I will put the video in Akko's chat. So if you want to go back and watch that.
Yeah. Young for 2, Airbag and Alyssa had a hand via Discord he was in. I did hear something about that. That is crazy. Again, like this just... I'm watching this because I'm a drama coverage individual, all right? It is interesting, but this video is like a whole bunch of shit in my personal opinion. It goes back to like when we cover those call out docs that a bunch of VTubers do, and like there may be 1 or 2 actual things in the call out doc that actually like is worth touching on, but everything else is just like, okay, this is bullshit. I don't care about the rest of this. Like it's very rare when I get to see a call out video chat or like a fucking call out doc that actually has substance. Like over the year and a half that Under the T has existed, I can probably count on 1 to 2 hands the amount of times we actually had Google Docs that were full of substance and actually had anything that was worthwhile. The rest of them just sucked hot garbage. All right, like the Sylvie Spark one definitely had some substance to it. I don't remember if it was completely airtight. The Lich guy definitely had an airtight one. What else? The one where Mizu and Lumi covered, where that guy just didn't take showers. That one was a pretty solid one. But other than that, I can't think of very many Google Docs that actually had good substance in them. The rest of them are just all bullshit. All of them are just bullshit. And I kind of feel like it's the same with this, where there's probably a nugget or 2 of real things in here, but this is just shit. Excuse me. Now, before we continue, I need to use the restroom. So I am going to use the restroom. I'm going to turn the music back on here. I'm going to mute it for you, Temp. And then when I get back, we'll continue here. So I'm going to put it on. Be right back.
Chat, how
you
are
can
we
talk
doing?
while I'm gone.
Okay.
Don't read my supers.
Oh, chat, how we doing? Oh, sorry, I'm like tired. Akko needs to ink. Oh God. I am probably going to consider ending stream fairly soon. Just because it's been nearly 3 hours for me, and I have stuff going on tomorrow morning. But we will see. Sleepy, yeah, sleepy is an understatement. I can't believe I stopped listening to music for this. No, you. Terrible. I'm watching this. What happened to the 2-liter pee bottle streamer? The always are dying. Those died a while ago. Dog is suffering from the EP. Yep. Yes, I am. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. I will re-listen to this to hear the Switch 2 news. Well, enjoy the VOD. You might have to relaunch the video when I finish streaming soon, but it is in there. It's one of the last topics of the night, though. So, it's gonna be, like, in there. Probably should change what I'm playing. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Could be listening to ambient electrical noise, but instead of have this dude insufferable bland yapping. Yeah. Pretty much. Wednesday can't come soon enough. About that chat, I'm thinking maybe there's one of two things that will happen. Is we're gonna do a really short React stream, so like the half an hour to an hour. And then, so we either do that on Wednesday morning, or I will just record a React video and upload it immediately afterwards. I'm going to try and have Akka with me when I do that. Oh, good, you're back.
Apologies about that.
I was just telling chat what our plans might be for Wednesday morning.
We'll see. We will see. We will see.
I'm planning on either
do something.
Streaming it or like for like an hour or recording it.
Yeah. Yep. There are some people losing it on Twitter, thinking that I'm like some sort of Grums glazer because I said on Twitter that I hate this video, and people just think that I'm like all for Grums right now, and I'm just like legitimately like these people are so fucking retarded. Like legitimately, these people are fucking retarded to think that like because I am critical of this video coming out that potentially has illegal information thrown on it. Like legitimately, I don't understand. Like, be critical of the guy. I 100% am. But when I see a video by this fucking faggot, all right, because that's what this man is. Sorry about that. Sorry that I have to say it. But the guy who made this video is a fag, and I hate him because of how how stupid he is. This man does not need to spend fucking 10 minutes telling me I am such a holier than thou individual. All right, he does not have to do that whatsoever. He just needs to say, I have this information on Mark Kern. I have this whole timeline that shows you just how bad of an individual he is. Great, fantastic. Show the receipts. Show the shit. Don't just read stuff off of your script and expect me not to see it. You know how easy it is for you to put in pictures on your fucking video? It takes like 2 fucking seconds to load it into your fucking editing software and then put it on there. It is not hard to do.
Thank you, Reverend Sigma, for the sub.
My apologies for like getting really harsh there, chat. But like legitimately, I don't understand. Like there are people that I respect that are critical of Grums. Trust me, I'm very critical of the motherfucker too. I'm sorry that I don't do it on Twitter that hard, because like legitimately, I just don't care to speak on how critical of the guy I am on all day. Because I'd much rather criticize all the fucking idiot VTubers on Twitter all day because they're much more fun to laugh at. Yes, I am referring to a bundle of sticks. But like legitimately, this video is shit. And it's not converting anybody to the anti-Grum side. All it's going to do is make people look at it and say, man, this guy is such a fucking cocksucker that he can't stop filleting himself for 5 minutes to say this is the actual issue with Grums. And these are the issues. And then potentially giving out defamable statements saying, oh yeah, you should continue saying all of these potentially defamable things about him. Like the whole milk incident right there, that is potential sexual harassment. And you're telling people to continue, like, go out there and say that? Motherfucker, get fucking sued.
Mm-hmm.
Get fucking sued. Like, I want the FBI to come on this man's ass because he's so fucking dumb. So bad.
Octopus
And
big
it's,
tilted.
like,
Yes.
Like, legitimately, these people are so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. And these people act like I am a fillator of Grums himself. None of these people actually know my content, and that's fine. You know, you can just take the little one-off statements I make on Twitter when my little one-off statements on Twitter, which oftentimes are conflating to my opinions on Twitch, on stream. But when you don't actually see when I'm on, you don't see the dozens of hours where I stream or where you don't actually like pay attention or ask me for my opinion. You just assume based off of me saying that I don't like this video that I'm just gonna be a Grums Glazer. You're fucking just as retarded as everybody else is. All right? Fucking hell. I'm tired of that. Be critical of the man, but you make people hate your cause. I'm sorry. I'm crashing out a little bit right now, but like legitimately, I'm fucking pissed because these people don't know how to like actively be normal.
Accurate.
The thing is, Occo, he had nothing and knew it, and that's why he said all the BS at the beginning of the video. He also cannot claim information gotten from data theft as public information, and that's why he's probably going to jail. Again, I am not familiar with all the legal jargon when it comes to that. I have to refer to the law. Like, legitimately, now that I have a lawyer that I can message almost all the time, I try not to just say things because I will actually go to her and say, hey, can you tell me if this is right or wrong? So I hesitate to, like, give... I try my best to not give as many legal opinions when I am not knowledgeable on the law. But, like, I could believe that. I could potentially believe that. But, yeah, like legitimately, if you are so upset at Grums that you have to call out other people because they're not 100% on your side, fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah?
Like, legitimately, you don't know how to be a normal person. Get off the fucking internet and stop, like, getting so upset at Grums. I criticize him for the shit that's actually real, not for like the bullshit. And stop. Like, sorry, I'm gonna go around in circles and circles here. So we're not gonna go around in circles. We're just gonna continue the fucking video. You know who else did that? McDizzle. I think McDizzle sucks horribly. McDizzle sucks. A couple of other people suck, and like there's just some times where I'm like, man, you don't have to get on that. You don't have, like, you can say critical things about Grums, do it, but the more you do it, the more I just like hate you, because it gets old real fast. Like just like the anti-woke stuff gets boring to listen to, so does the Grums hate. It gets just as fucking boring, and it makes me just as much resentful and want to be more of his friend. That's how bad it is. So fucking shut up.
He has made MEK Entertainment, Mark Edward Kern Entertainment. It is in Aliso Viejo, which is where everything that he does is based. They are an indie game company looking to leverage the blockchain, maybe 10 years too early for that hype, but I respect the forward-facing vision. MEKentertainment.com launches at this point. They are registered to MEK Entertainment Inc. However, looking at those business entries, it looks like he never actually registered it as a company called MEK Entertainment. The game from the seed funding never really materializes. He gets ousted from MEK Entertainment, and they go on to make a game called Voxelnauts, but Mark never really does anything with his money, and we'll get to some allegations about that money later on. June 17th, 2015, Grums announces that he's joining Gamergate. You know, he's
Of
mad.
course.
He's always mad. He's mad and he's horny. July 7th, 2015, DB Chan LLC is registered. Mark Kern's mother is the registered CEO. And imagine having your mother being the CEO of your porn company. Come on, man. Have some pride. August 8th, 2015, MEK Entertainment changes to Retro Ronin Inc., which is a site about Voxelnauts. No Mark. Mark is no longer working for Retro Ronin. And on September 14th, 2015, Crixa Labs LLC is registered. This is the same address as DB Chan LLC. Interesting. My question here is why? It seems legally sketchy to register two LLCs under your 80-year-old mum's name. My working theory is that this is a tax
Probably,
shelter,
yeah.
and it allows him to report that he earns 0 or less than the personal income required to be taxable by law.
I would want to know if she agreed to that. Probably didn't. I don't know.
Taxes down by saying his revenue did not exceed his.
Guy only talks about allegations, but shows nothing. Yeah, again, like, I believe that some of this information probably in this tiny URL. Temp, will you find out if this tiny URL is like safe to click on? Temp,
Huh? Sorry, what?
can you find out if this tiny URL is safe to click on?
I am in the middle of something right now. Give me a couple minutes.
Okay. Well, you
Just send it to me.
Just okay. Hold on.
'Cause I can't just copy from your thing.
Yeah, for sure. I just want you to figure it out before I'm done with this video so we can look through some of the information. Although I'm probably going to have to keep my screen like hidden so I don't show revealing personal information. Because unlike some of these motherfuckers, I actually don't want to dox a man even if I dislike them. All right?
Annual expenses. He can say his business spent more than they earned, not pay a dime on the money. This is classic tax fraud. Again, California AG would love to have this information. October 19th, 2015, Debbie floats the idea of creating an online catfight game. Likely thing for Mark to do.
And Debbie is Mark Kern, I believe, if that is understood. But I believe Debbie is actually Grumps.
November 2nd, 2015, the Patreon for Foxy Fighters is launched. It maxes out at $57 a month, and it's eventually paused in 2020.
Also, I need to catch up on Super Chats. My apology. Let me look here. NSNP for 5. Leftists are used to focusing on gotchas and persuading fellow SJWs who only need to hear about petty info without being questions or challenged. Yes, that happens all the fucking time, and it's so fucking annoying. So annoying. Like, legitimately, it's so fucking annoying to see. Then Hypnotic Rapture for 2. Mark Kern talked about it on the Saturday Flashcast. Okay. I'm not going to sift through all of that, but, yeah. And then Mercenary for 2. He accuses Grums of tax fraud, a possible crime. Okay. Yeah, that is a possible crime, even though tax is, theft of the government. So, you don't hate the player, you hate the game. But, like, whatever. Also, Sly for 5. I'd pray to see someone animate Aqua and Curse jumping this dude in Minecraft in the style of Billy Bat's scene from Goodfellas. I'm unfamiliar with the scene. That would be pretty funny, though. Just remember to like the stream. Thank you for liking the stream. But yeah, don't focus on all of the other... Like, the ad hominems that this guy puts in here does not make it better. Does not make it better. Like, legitimately. So yeah, quote, so yeah, this dude happened to be a murderer, but look at this time, he said a slightly cringe thing. I don't know if murder is really comparable, but like I just don't like it. I just don't like that. This video does not help. Again, it hurts this man. Like, legitimately. Like, I just hate this. Sorry, but I just do.
November 16th, 2015, Cameroon Wildebeest is a prolific artist working in the catfight scene. They've passed away. His hard drive is too damaged to recover, and a terabyte of catfight art is lost forever. November 20th, 2015, Mark's wife disappears from social media as far as we can tell at this point. Until then, she'd been quite a big cheerleader for him in the online space. So, just kind of putting it in here as a marker, really. December 9th, 2015, he leaves Gamergate after being kind of too transphobic, and he does drop a couple of F-slurs, so good job.
Oh, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I dropped one right now just talking about you. For fuck's sake. That's how bad it is. Like, so many just seems to be a petty person who cannot put aside his legitimate hatred of Grums and just give up. Like, legitimately, there are some people that could probably make good videos on Grums, but it is masked in how bad they are at being able to hide his hatred. Like, I would probably be a good person because, like, I have criticisms of Grums, but I'm not going to have Grums derangement syndrome about all of this. Like, legitimately, I could make a better video. I'm not going to because I don't have the time to make one right now, but I could probably make a better video because I could look at all the information and unbiased say, this is what these people are saying, this is what Grums is saying, this is my personal opinion. I think you're all dumb. Thank you for becoming a member, Hypnotic. I appreciate that. Thank you.
He doesn't drop the F-slurs. People on Kotaku in Action do, but they're mad that look, these people are all sad and need jobs.
Oh my gosh, you make like, legitimately. Fucking go work at Starbucks, bro.
I'm gonna say no, that link is not safe.
You don't think it's safe?
No.
Really? Why?
Because it's blocked in our DNS.
That bad?
Uh-huh.
Is that how you measure if links are good or not? Oh, okay. I hope that nobody I like has clicked on that link then.
15, Mark does interview to promote his free speech organization. He's still trying to keep League of Gamers going at this point. And Voxelmort's Twitter comes out and alleges that Mark stole money from Voxelmort. So, that's where that money went from that seed funding. Jan 16th, 2016 on freecatfights.com.
Insecure DNS, I vetted it for Kirsch. Okay. Victus says that he vetted it already.
Alright.
I've been filming fights with a red.
Victus, I don't know how much I can trust you. I don't pay you $30 a month, but well, I might have to take you on your word for it. I don't know.
Red Dragon camera. Now that's interesting. Are these the same Red Dragon cameras that Red 5 had in their studio? I raised this earlier in the video. They had 3 Red Dragon cameras in their possession worth $50,000 each. That's the whole rig. That's not just the brain. The brain's about 20. We have evidence that Mark was in possession of Red accessories at his personal lockup in California after he'd left.
From
Red
the
5.
company.
Are they the cameras? Did he abscond with them, or did he purchase them with some of his pilfered MEK Entertainment money? I'm not alleging anything specific here.
Okay, but you are kind of like, oh my god. By asking questions, you kind of technically are, because you're saying, oh, did he do this? Did he not do this? We don't know. You know what you're doing here. You know what you're doing.
In questions. What is fascinating is that he had access to the same cameras that Red did after he left Red 5. Remember that tax fraud discussion? It's at this point that Mark is hit with a lien for $265,133.88 for unpaid.
Yeah, that's a bad, and he should pay that. I don't know if he has, but he should probably pay that. By the same token, taxes are bad, and I don't like taxes, all right? And so fuck California. So it's kind of like I'm in a 50-50 position here. Should he pay his taxes? Well, the law says he should, so yeah, he probably should pay his taxes. By the same term, or by the same terms, fuck taxes. So, like, I don't know. Is he based for not paying his taxes? Is he not based for paying his taxes? I don't know. That's up to you, chat. I hate taxes, so, you know.
Paid tax from the years 2011, 2012, and 2013. Excuse me for messing up the 2013 to 2015 on this slide. I'm not going to fix it.
You should fix it.
May 2nd, 2016, Debbie Chan posts on Twitter looking for models, promises good conditions and a full makeup and hair crew. May 25th, 2016, Kern goes to the Firefall subreddit telling people they should kill the game so that he can buy back the IP for cheap, which is kind of sad to me. It's still an active game at this point, but you're actively trying to kill it so you can buy and get it back because you're mad you got ousted.
Yeah, that is pretty scummy. I mean, like, I would have to read the post here because, like, this little snippet right here. Let's read this. I would only offer to buy Firefall if the IP fails and the game is shuttered or due for shuttering. Not interested in carrying over accounts or continuing the game in its current WoW with guns state. At this point, it's reversible. Also, buying a failed IP is cheap. You get the code, the art, the assets, the tools, the name, the customer list, story characters, but nothing else. You're not okay. Okay, that's not him advocating for the game to fail. He's just saying what he would do if it did fail. I don't know if that's it. Hi, Mom. Hello. Dusk, thank you for 1 month. That's why Grums looks familiar. He was going around doing Gamergate. That was years ago. I was also following Twitch plays, Pokemon lore during those times. Yes, Grums was available during... Grums was around during Gamergate. Yes, 100%. Classic video essayist makes a mistake and doesn't fix it. Yes.
But you're actively
At least he
trying to kill
acknowledges
so you can
it.
buy and get it back because you're mad you got ousted. He can't let it go, can he? May 29, 2016, he delivers a petition to restore vanilla World of Warcraft to Blizzard. This is kind of his other big claim to fame in modern day. And June 11, 2016, the legal compliance page for FoxyFighter.com lists the mailing address for DBChan LLC as the same address that Crixa Labs is registered to. I've censored it here, but that is fascinating.
Oh, nice that you censored it.
You can't deny that DBChan Foxy Fighters. That's Mark. It is Mark. June 27th, 2016, Make Ember, a spiritual successor to Firefall, is posted on change.org by Mark. That does hit 4,700 supporters. So, you know, let's make Ember. He has camera equipment. He posts camera equipment to Flickr. Lenses here are a match to the photo.
It's not advocating. He's giving an honest answer. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm getting into the document now, the tiny URL.
Yeah.
And it is it's a Google Doc.
Okay.
So it's good. You're good.
It's good. Okay. DNS or domain name system is used to translate domains to readable IP, and common ways of phishing is to spoof DNS so that you can redirect people to insecure websites when trying to connect them to IPPv5/6, which will fail when a protection protocol that verifies IP addresses. I have no idea what was just written there. I'm too stupid to understand.
Shot for Foxy Fighters. And we see the red accessories I mentioned earlier. This is all in the same location, all shot on the same iPhone. Just the thought.
Real quick, just so you know, what that Google Doc is just everything he's going through right now, but it's the links to everything.
It's just the links to everything.
It's the links to everything. That's all it is. Like, everything he's talking about here, it's just the link to that.
It doesn't actually show any pictures. It's just a link to more
it is like
fucking
the
links.
The date, the category, the link, and the description of what that link is. That's all it is.
Oh, holy fuck. I just...
It is a giant nothing burger.
If it fails DNS, it is not secure and you shouldn't trust it as a rule of thumb. Okay, fair enough.
August 29, 2016, Ember, massive planetary wargame Indiegogo campaign is launched. $5,000 goal, raises 23 grand. September 14, 2016, Ember Milestone 2 campaign is funded on Indiegogo. November 29, 2016, puts his first adult video on clips for sale. This is his account and it's linked on the Foxy Fighters site. This is him. This is what he is selling. Note, an anonymous user eventually replies.
Wait, was he selling videos of himself? I think that's a greater crime than anything else that's mentioned here because I know
what he looks
vaguely
like.
What he looks like.
Ugh.
No way.
A Mark Kern product. Deplorable. I want to know who this person was. What did they know? This is in 2017. Someone knew about this 8 years ago? How did they know? Anyway, July 3rd, 2017, MBK Entertainment is formally closed, and July 5th, Ember is funded for 170 grand. So that's 114,000 between both Indiegogo and PayPal donations. That's over 20k goal. Grum's promises a playable mock-up in 6 months. Kickstarter for a full game a month or two after that.
It links to links with more links. That's probably why my DNS just choked on it.
Anyway, September 13th, 2017.
Huh?
The fact that the document links is a link, or is a TinyURL link, which is already it's probably already naturally blocked in the DNS because TinyURL can go to anywhere. On top of the fact it's a Google Doc filled with a whole bunch of links, that one of them could very well be used as like
A spoofing thing.
Exactly. So that would
So
explain.
you would have to individually check every single link for me.
Yeah, I would.
I'm not going to force you to do that tonight. I'm sorry. I'm not
Like a
gonna
lot of it's like
force you to do
Wikipedia and
that.
stuff, but there are the links to like the
I'm not
Latina
gonna
cat
force you
girls,
to do
Russian
that.
cat girls, etc., stuff like that too.
Oh, fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. If he lost these sites because they're just no longer in production, those sites could
I'm
literally
telling
be
you
used for anything now.
Oh, Victus says, I'm telling you, this doc smells like a phishing scam.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm definitely not clicking it.
Yeah,
then.
don't.
Definitely not touching it.
That's what I told you to begin
Mark's
with.
mum
So.
issues a certificate of cancellation for DBJan LLC. So, see you, DBJan. Thanks for your service, Mark's mum. And on July 24th, 2018, Ember begins selling upgrades to M3 backers as a limited time offer until the Kickstarter later this year. May 20th, 2018, a child support motion is filed by the state of California. Mark and his wife had been separated for a while. He had referred to her as his ex-wife in the Ember Discord, but they had reconciled at this point, according to another Twitter post from him. But this is obvious proof that they did separate at one point. And do you think the reason she left is because she found out about the adult entertainment gig, or maybe she found out
Doesn't
about the
matter.
platform?
You can't infer about that because you don't know.
Just a question. The timing makes
You
sense.
shouldn't
with her
infer
leaving,
about
him
that.
trying
Like,
to go all-
legitimately, you're trying to poison the well. You're just trying to poison the well. I don't fucking care why him and his wife got split up. I don't care. That's not a crime. That's just him and his fucking wife getting split up. Oh my fucking gosh, damn it. I'm gonna lose a blood vessel.
in on the DBChan LLC, much to think about. So, March 1st, 2019, Debbie resurfaces. Like, this is when this was archived, but obviously the post was on January 3rd, 2019. They come back on freecatfights.com and ask if there's a demand for Foxy Fighters to come back. 7th of March, 2019. Well, Mark admits that his original 3D artist left, and he's had to teach himself how to do 3D modeling and build the main character of Ember. He's never made a game this way before, so he's trying to do it all without any outside investors, and at this point you should have realized it's a scam, team. So, no one is a full-time employee on Ember. This is a solo project. An MMO is a solo project for him, and come on, team. Anyway, 28th of June 2019, Ember first playable is achieved. Gamers.
I've seen this picture.
Finally. 20th of August 2019, Foxy Fighter blog is offline. The DNS update needs to be required. Like, that's pretty simple, but this takes him a while. On the 5th of February 2021, Foxy Fighter is back online. Well done. Grums is kind of wanking around at this point. He claims that he's not working on the game due to family reasons, but he's still just kind of shitposting on Twitter. And on 2nd of August 2021, Debbie releases a story called The Date. So while he's meant to be working on his crowdfunded game, he's actually just written adult literature on the crowdfunder's dime. And this is where that, like, violent sexual fantasy stuff comes in.
And nobody cares
1st
about
of December
that. Like,
2021,
listen, legitimately, I don't care about the violent sexual fantasy shit. That's his own thing. Like, he should be working on his video game, but, like, again, they're trying to add more onto it. Like, you're not. Here's the thing. You're not going to cancel this man. All right, you're not going to cancel this man. And at this point, any of the fans that could be on the fence, like me, you're not converting me whatsoever. You're making it, in fact, harder for me to be more critical of this man because you're not offering anything. You're just saying a whole bunch of shit and expecting me to trust you. I don't trust you. Not at all. Not whatsoever.
The Foxy Fighter URL lapses, a domain squatter grabs it for a hot minute. And 2022, 2023, Gareth Grums continues to radicalize himself on Twitter.com. The rate of his posting rapidly increases as he tries to make himself one of the big culture warriors.
Yeah, and he
he's
should have
deleted a lot
not
of stuff
done that.
now. A lot of his tweets are in existence.
Should have
past
made his
2023,
game.
But his rate of tweeting has done nothing but increase even since then. 30th of Jan 2024, Debbie makes her last login on freecatfights.com. God bless. Foxy Fighter URL, still squatted. 26th of March 2024, Grums tweets, bring back Rumble Roses. This is relevant because that's also Debbie's favorite game. 25th of March 2025, we are made aware of the Foxy Fighters connection, and at this point, archival attempts begin. Twitter user Juniper makes contact with Grums for an interview request. He says yes. He is drunk at the time. He is drunk posting through it because he's mad that he got ratioed by Assassin's Creed.
Oh, so this was 5 days
and
ago.
when he wakes up the next day, Grums blocks the hosts of Western Kabuki and begins to delete his past history as Foxy Fighting and Debbie Chan. It's Jova. Never been more Jova. So now what? This wasn't hard to find. We have archived all of it, so I'm going to be very careful with how I phrase the next things. The rest of it's all just been questions and statements of fact. Most of the previous portion, pure fact record. Mark Kern is the owner of Foxy Fighters and has a pattern of consistently ignoring his day job to focus on it. He has a history of mismanaging money. He has potentially committed tax fraud that the California AG will be very interested in. He has consistently lied about progress on his games and has failed to make
He
anything...
says that like he's going to try and narc on him, and it's just like, again, fuck taxes, broski. Like, yeah, tax fraud is wrong, but by the same token, fuck taxes, all right? Like, yeah, fuck taxes.
commercially successful since he was a team lead at Blizzard.
Wow, second note, LMAO in one video. Yeah, I just, like, this I can't take this video seriously. None whatsoever. I will tell you right now, chat, I do not believe this man is going to shift my opinion on Grums one iota, one way or another, all right? One way or another. I think this man is just going to make me think the exact same thing I've always thought about Grums. In fact, all it's going to make me do is just be like, oh, he committed tax fraud? As an American, I think that's amazing, but by the same token, go pay your taxes. Taxation is theft? Yes. Yes. Pay your taxes, though. Until Trump says we no longer need to pay taxes, pay your taxes.
It is my opinion that these games at Blizzard succeeded despite him rather than because of him. He does not know how to code, he does not know how to texture models, his animations are based on 2 keyframes with 3 other frames of animation. He will always have an excuse for his failure after failure after failure. This man is sad. If you keep funding him or supporting him, you are willingly throwing your weight behind someone who has deceived and defrauded thousands of people while trying to position himself as a savior of gaming. There are people in the Ember Discord who have said they are afraid they are going to die before the game comes out. This is all for the purposes of lining his pocket and making some really bad pornographic material. And I feel sad for the guys that are about to die. They are just desperate to play this game. They want to play something that reminds them of when life was better, and he just ignores them. His only goal right now is to get engagement from Elon Musk. He is deep-throating that man so hard that his throat is going to recognize the veins.
Yeah, I have seen him go after Elon Musk, and it is kind of cringe. Just kind of cringe. More than maybe just kind of cringe. Again, Mark, go work on your fucking game. Finish your fucking game. Then you can go talk to Elon Musk as much as you want.
That's his life now. He's not making a game. He keeps saying a Kickstarter is coming. This is a great year for Ember. It's not. He does not know how to make a game. His one hope is that Daddy Elon notices him and throws a few $1 million at him to hire people who actually know how to make a game. This man is a failed dev.
Mercenary for 2 taxes are not lawful because of the 1871 Organic Act. I am not familiar with that, so I'd have to ask Ava. But I'll just have to take you with a grain of salt for the moment.
A failed pornographer, a failed husband with a fragile mind, a fragile ego, and a fragile life.
That's the timeline. And I'm not going to make value judgments over the rest of it. That's for
Well,
you.
you're not going to make judgments after all of the other things you've made? Oh, my fucking God. I hate what this man has been doing so much. I hate it so much. I just like... I got enough psychic damage for the glowing window lickers for me tonight, Akko. I'm gonna go do stuff. I've got stuff to do tomorrow and I need to sleep. Are you have a good rest? You have a good rest. We're still gonna listen to the Smash video after this and listen to what Smash says. That might be interesting. Yeah, Grifter, we agree on anything new though. Yeah, exactly. It's just like Grums is a grifter. 100% we can agree on that. Legitimately, I agree. He needs to finish his game. Like, what else do you want me to say? Like, what else am I supposed to think? I don't.
To decide. I have laid out the facts as I see them. It is my opinion, and I'm going to crouch this as being my opinion. Mark Kern is a narcissistic loser who has a publicly stated fetish for lolicon navels and a hidden fetish for women catfighting. He has the ear, at least occasionally, of the richest and most powerful man in the world. What he gets out of this video is what he's going to get. People are going to know everything they need to know about him, and they can make decisions from there. Mark runs targeted harassment campaigns against devs that he deems as woke.
And I don't care. I don't think you should harass people, but I don't care at the same time. Mercenary, thank you for the 5. Act was passed illegally in the dead of night on Xmas Day, unconstitutionally. Well, there you go. Again, I would need to talk to Abe about that some more, but I don't know. Interesting. He needs to finish Ember yesterday. Yes, I agree. He should finish the video game. Finish the video game, then spend the rest of your life on fucking Twitter. You'll make a lot of money once the game gets out there, but finish the fucking video game so that the people like.
Well, at
Why
this
does he
point,
look like Discount Hassan?
it's also been so long since he announced it that do people even care at this point?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I really don't know.
And he buys his own likes on X.com when he gets ratioed by Assassin's Creed's community manager. He has pilfered and absconded with at least $1.6 million of funding for not one, but 2 failed games, and we have ample evidence that he's also absconded with extremely expensive video equipment to shoot his adult video side hustles. He is nothing if not a sad, lonely man who is...
Mercenary for 2, quote, I can't morally agree Grums is a grifter. Sorry. I mean, I just think that he's a grifter because, like, that he's just, like, going at, like, because of how he tweets. Based off of his tweets alone. Like...
You're either, like, irredeemably the enemy, or you are on his side.
And I'm neither. I'm on neither side. I'm on my side. I'm on the truth side. And right now, like, I think Grums needs to finish his game, and this guy needs to go put the fries in the bag. Video is a self-fellatio of how much greater he is to Grums and trying to convince himself that he isn't lower than Grums. Yeah, I agree. Like, this sucks. And again, the fact that people try and defend this man, saying, "Oh no, he has to put himself higher so that he can look higher than all of the defenders of Grums." It's like, no, this man is a fucking cocksucker piece of shit that, like, tries to moral grandstand. All right, he has to moral grandstand in order to say how much better he is than Grums. Like, legitimately, this man is no better than the man he's trying to call himself out against. It's just like, and if, like, this video is so bad that, like, I seriously question how people can take this video any seriously. Like, all this video does is show that Grums made pornography when he was supposed to be making his video game, and potentially like taking away money and time that he should be spending making his game. Yeah, that's a legitimate criticism, and you should bring that up. You don't need to spend 30 fucking minutes filleting yourself and saying how much better of a person you are by doing this. We got your model looks great. Thank you. I appreciate that. We got 30 seconds left. Let's finish this out.
He's desperate to leave a mark, any mark on the world, because he knows his career as a game dev is worth less than a cold turn on a hot dog bun. You now know everything about him. You know his business.
I really don't, actually. You know what's funny? I learned more about Mark Kern when he actually showed his ass on 4chan. Was it 4chan or 8chan? For everybody to see. I learned more about that man when I saw that, and I'm still trying to forget it.
Yeah.
Was that him? I swear that was him. I am pretty sure that is him. It could have been another Mark that was on 8chan that did an interview. I could be wrong. If that's not him, I'm going to feel very crazy right now. I don't know. Radicalization is a thing. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Only people taking this seriously are the crazy lefty goons and Grum's derangement syndrome patients. Yeah, there's people that don't like him. And I listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Grums. I don't like everything that he does. Again, finish your fucking game. Finish the fucking game. But otherwise... he committed tax fraud. Okay, that's based. that's based. And if I wouldn't go to jail, well, I'm not gonna admit anything, but like I don't know. I missed when Ian Flynn would occasionally lurk in 4chan. He was super chill. Anyway, let's finish this.
His dealings, his motivations for hustling people out of $1.6 million. He is, in my opinion, a pervert of the highest order who has taken advantage of the goodwill of his fans,
Okay, I don't care.
taken advantage of their bubbling rage, and
I
he's
don't care
taken
about that.
advantage of his own family. And I think more people should know and understand this. Have a nice day.
I'm not having a nice day. This video made me not have a nice day. This video made me have a very bad, like legitimately, I have to weigh whether or not my internet issues are worse than this. I have to weigh whether or not me having internet issues still is worse than this. That's how bad this fucking video is. Do I want to have more internet issues or do I have to sit through this again? That's how bad this is. Having your mom be the CEO of a company in another state is not tax fraud. Well, I would have to ask the elf lawyer about the specifics of that. However, I did send this video to her, and I told her, you will not get past 5 minutes in this video. You will struggle.
You will lose it,
and yeah, I told Ava that she would not be able to get past 5 minutes in this video.
Well, now you put
I'm gonna...
like you if she does, you owe her something.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna make, you know what? I'm gonna make my opinions on Twitter.
Oh.
Give me a moment, chat. I'm gonna put the music back on. We still got another video, so don't go anywhere. Oh, my apologies. You will lose within 5 minutes of this video. If Grums is a pervert of the highest order, then God, I wonder what he thinks of Jay Sonic or Chris Chan. Yeah, it's a good question.
Whew. Okay. I think we'll do my last daily, and then I will probably be done with streaming the night.
Yeah. Please be a good video. Need something to help me forget about that diet, Sam Cedar. I am sorry, chat. It is going to be
just as bad.
Probably. It's going to be Smash talking about the video.
So
I don't know if he's
more
gonna
of the
play
same
it.
video.
If it's just him going through the video, I'll debate about whether or not I want to sit through it. I don't know. I need to stream for at least another hour because you guys met the goal and I appreciate that.
Have you already been live for... Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like if they were purple and grape flavored. I know Badako's model got me craving gummy sharks. That's funny.
Oh, I miss gummy sharks. Akko, did you die?
Quantum Leaps, I'm retarded, but it's Hassan is the normal guy and this guy's the reflection. Yeah, something like that.
Oh. Yeah, chat, we're gonna get a round of PvP in before we're done for the night. Ooh. And then I'll be live next week. Temp, have you been a good femboy? Yes.
Okay, so this is my comments I'm going to put on Twitter. Grums is a gooner who might have committed tax fraud, taxation is theft, and needs to finish Ember. My opinions on Mark Kern have not changed at all. However, the video I was just subjected to have left me psychologically harmed, and I want the hour back I just lost. I hate it, and the self-fellatio the man did made me hate him even more. When part 2 comes out, I will be watching Pain.
See, I'm very fortunate. Because I had a gummy about 2 hours ago, actually.
Yeah.
So I've only been half paying attention to the video. Sorry, chat. I think maybe I'm fortunate.
Yeah, there's my opinion. People can disagree with me if they want, but that game did video did psychological. See, that's how bad it is. It did psychological damage to me.
But what was worse,
Okay, so
the internet or the video? That's the
This
question.
video sent to me is Alyssa Mercante caught using a secret Discord server to harass me. In chat, you know how I feel about talking about Alyssa Mercante again, but
You know who else had gummies? Ricada. Well, look here.
Look here.
I'm not
listen.
Ricada. Like, Aka's actually seen me with gummies. I'm like chill. Just...
You are.
Temp is cheating. He needs to watch the whole thing again sober. No, I don't. I really don't.
All right. Here, we're gonna.
I'm talking about. No, I know. I know it's exactly.
You want to
what
watch
you're
this
thinking.
too?
I mean, I'll stay long enough to be done with my activity, and then.
There you go.
Yeah, we're back to React content. There you go.
No, we're not gonna call it React content. We're gonna call it more EFAP. There we go.
Fair.
Isn't it funny how the person who's currently suing me for alleged harassment is the same person that
Is there any way you can
continually gets
turn that up a
caught
little bit?
in these back alley ways
Yeah.
of trying to dig up dirt on my personal private life in order to direct.
Okay, so Grums, or excuse me, I've said that man's name too much. I fucking hate it. Smash is talking. This whole video is going to be Smash talking about this. Now, my assumption is this information probably came from that video, but yeah, Akko don't bother with Fratanga. He doesn't care if it's evidence is damning as long as Grums is said to be bad. He eats it up. I don't know who Fratanga is whatsoever. I just know that he got mad at me because I made an off comment about it on Twitter. I don't care. I don't care. I'm sorry. EFAP, no Akko, please. Mercy, not 8 hours. Promise it's not going to be 8 hours.
I will not be here for 8 hours. Good luck
Neither
on your
will
own.
Neither will I. We will watch this one video, then we're going to chill with some games, and then we're going to be done. Then we're going to be done. Thank you, chat, for your generosity tonight. I apologize for the internet issues. I hope you guys understand. Also,
I know
Wilbur
chat enjoyed Nightwave.
For 100 bits. Taxation is theft. Avoiding all taxes is based. Avoiding state taxes in California is super based. Repeal the 16A. I forgot she existed. Well, some people will love to help you remember that she exists. So this video is all about how apparently she likes to go into secret discords to try and get information on Smash. Well, I've also been, by the way, don't let it be known, I'm also been critical of Smash, and he knows that. He actually praised my video where I was critical of him, which is kind of odd, not gonna lie. But I'm critical of all these people, which is funny.
Harass me? It's almost like this is straight up projection. Once again, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. I have been informed via Gigabear and Mark Kern, aka Grums, that Alyssa Mercante has been hiding out in a secret Discord that actually costs money to access, and in this Discord they were discussing ways to find out more information specifically about me and my personal life in order to
okay. This video is 16 minutes long. Is all of this literally just those two Discord message pictures that we saw? Please tell me that he has more. Please. Oh my fuck. Chat, there is a magical science to taking one picture and making a video on it. I wish I had that magic. I'm not there yet. I'm working on it.
We're getting
But
there.
if literally Smash is going to talk for 16 minutes about just it has more. Thank God. Thank God. All right, we're going to continue then.
Entertain yourselves? Find out more information to chat about? No, this is a direct attack once again on me and my family. And it doesn't end on just me either. This Discord goes into trying to find out more information on Grums himself, as well as accessing stolen and data breached information and passwords to access Grums accounts to find out more.
You praised your criticism? Yeah, you want me to show you? Chat here. I will show you.
Because being critical is fair, being criticized is a tool to better oneself.
1.5 speed.
It's just that nobody ever does that and chooses to spur it instead.
Here, chat. I will show you the criticism. Okay. So, chat. Those that don't know, I made a video. All about this. That where literally Smash was targeted by a fake leaker. Because that's literally what happened. I was critical of both the leaker and Smash, where in the video I say that Smash potentially, probably in my personal opinion, did recirculate information about this guy, even though he did not outright dox this man. He recirculated private information that was in the public eye and could have made it doxing because of that. And so because of that, I told Smash in my video he probably should remove that stuff from his video. I don't know if he's actually done that. I would really hope and fucking pray that Smash is smart enough to do that, because it leaves chinks in his armor if he doesn't fucking do that. But, you know, that's just the comments of a random drama person. And in the video, here, he actually says thank you. He says thank you. So, you know, it's kind of funny. But again, in my video, I literally I think that both of them sucked during this video. I think that Smash sucked for how he decided to handle some of it, and I think that the McDizzle guy was a fucking moron. And both of them needed to stop. He did remove it. Oh, did he? Thank fuck. Then he did take my suggestion to heart. Thank you, Smash, for doing that. Thank you, Smash.
More information on him, and how deep this rabbit hole goes might actually get the FBI involved. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full and very exhaustive article going through as much information as I could gather from this Discord that is private, and much of it is being scrubbed right now because all this stuff was found out about me and Grums, and some of the same people asking the questions are the same people suing me. We have Alyssa Mercante currently suing me for stochastic terrorism, harassment, among a slew of other things, when all I'm doing over here is covering video game news. God only knows what the hell she's doing, digging up more and more information on me, trying to find anything she can to nail me to the wall and say, we got him, this is the one thing we can actually sue him for, when in reality, all she's doing is digging a deeper hole for herself. Alyssa Mercante, the failed former senior games journalist from Kotaku and recurring controversy magnet, has now
we're just gonna let this power through because he's just repeating the same shit again.
Behind a private paywalled Discord server associated directly with Western Kabuki Podcast. And while I've never heard of that podcast before myself, apparently the Discord that's associated with them was being used with other failed games journalists to dig up dirt on my past employment history, as well as contribute to an
Okay, gosh, that reminds me. Oh man, I would definitely need Mizu in here to talk about this, but it reminds me of original Gamergate, where in OG Gamergate, they legit had people that would try to... Oh, this actually shows some stuff on screen right now. Perfect. Where they would try and get information about people to do gay ops on them. And that kind of sounds like what this is right now. I think it's really funny that they like put the fire emojis in there. That's really hilarious. That's really, really hilarious. Oh my fucking gosh. But like, this is great. This is fantastic. I'm glad that again that he's showing this 2x speed. Do you really think we need 2x speed? I remember that. Yeah, I just like here we'll do 1.5.
Created smear campaign against Grums. These people straight up have Grums derangement syndrome, and they are coming
out. So that's what Grums looks like, by the way, chat. I'm pretty sure. Is that? Yeah, I think that's
Grums. Yeah.
For me and Grums right now because they can't stand the fact that we keep winning when we talk about the things we love. This secretive...
Okay. I feel like that's slightly disingenuous too. I do think that some of these people are malding because yes, you are affecting the culture, but I also feel like that's just like not 100% of the reason. I think some of these people are ideologically motivated because of their own hatred of you, because of whatever reason, and that could be one of them, to get back at you because they just hate you. I know that some people are literally motivated by that. Hell, I bet you that some people have definitely been motivated. Like all of us here at some point, like want to do something because we're motivated by hate towards something else. I'll admit that when I was a young idiot kid that I did that, but like, it can't just be, the whole reason cannot just be a broad stroke of, oh, they hate us because we're winning. That's like a cop out. Like there's multiple reasons why these people hate you. That's just one tiny reason, in my personal
Digital
opinion.
War Room, accessible only to $10 and up Patreon subscribers, has now been completely blown wide open thanks to GigaBear, who bravely infiltrated the server and provided plenty of screenshots of damning conversations. And my goodness, the irony of Alyssa Mercante claiming being harassed against me when she is the one once again trying to dig up dirt and find.
Yeah, this again. Again, like if this motherfucker was smart, he wouldn't again. Smash, stop talking. Stop fucking talking about this because it does not fucking help you. All right? It does not help you. Just forward this to your lawyer so that your lawyer can go to the court and say, we would like to dismiss this case because she is not afraid of him. Because obviously she's not afraid of him because she's going into secret discords in order to smear campaigns. All right? Right? She cannot be afraid of us because of what she's doing. So you must dismiss this case on the basis that, like, some of her claims are wrong. Also, I don't think she has any claims in her case to begin with. Like, if I remember reading correctly, she has not stated a proper claim, and that's, like, another reason why the case should be dismissed. Because I think Smash is right that it shouldn't be a real case, but I don't know.
Information on me to harass me. This is a so-called Goonergate mega thread where the seeds of the operation were sown. Inside this channel, users like Alyssa Mercante.
If it's a Goonergate thread, I'm very curious who's mentioned in it. I would be very interested to see. Why would they do that? Dude, what the fuck? Why would they do... Oh, by the way, this MLYP person, the one who made the video, that's this guy posting these passwords in plain texts. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, Grums, by the way, you should probably have different passwords on every website. Like, legitimately. But, like... This is why you have a different password on every website, chat, because when there is data breaches and someone gets one of your passwords, they shouldn't be able to get all of your passwords. All right, this is why every single website that I have logged has a different password, and it's like very encrypted as well. Like I use a password generator that generates all my passwords for me, and I use multiple different ways of doing that.
At my
multiple different
recommendation.
symbols and numbers. At your yes. I'm not going to tell you guys what password manager I use, but I use a password manager that helps to generate very nice, very long passwords. That's what she said. Had to quit watching Smash because he talks too much about her in the suit. Yeah, he does talk about her way too much. Like, chat, my personal opinion is when you're in drama, you really shouldn't talk about it too much because it gets boring really fast. And when you build yourself up on just your drama, and then when the drama's over, it's like people are going to walk away from it. So I try not to build up my channel on just drama. All right? Well, excuse me. Let me rephrase that. I don't try and build myself up on just my drama. I try and build up on other people's drama because there's always somebody that's in the middle of some stupid shit, if that makes sense. There's a problem when people link their accounts to a website. I agree. That is a bit of a problem, yes. But that's why you still have to do a lot of own protections. 16 characters or more? Yeah, as many characters as the website will allow. The more, the merrier. Make it so hard for the website to figure out what it is. You don't have to go through... Not only do you have to go through all letters, all numbers, all special symbols as well. It'll take you forever. Different password, different usernames? Yes, pretty much. I use a lot. I'm slowly using more and more different usernames in different websites. I'm almost getting to the point where I might make a new email for every website as well. Because I know a few people that do that. I'm not that dedicated
I do that.
yet. I'm not that dedicated yet, but I'm getting to that point. He's gonna farm it forever because Smash is dumb AF. I don't think he's dumb AF. I just think that he like it's a money thing for him. It makes him a lot of money to continue to talk about this. And to a small extent, I kind of understand why he's doing it. If it makes him a lot of money and he's trying to support a family of like 2 or 3 kids, I can't remember how many specifically. I'm not trying to dox his kids, but he's going to do what makes him the most money so that he can be comfortable with his kids. And that's a weird moral gray area. So, password manager is a single point of failure. Lose PC, lose manager. I'm in the middle of that right now. I refuse to use a manager. Well, thankfully, I have a couple of places where I can access this manager in a safe way. Because Akko's drama was short and sweet in the end. Yes, it was. It was less than a month. I love that these tards are admitting to committing crimes on Discord. Yeah, fucking committing crimes on a platform that can, and let me guarantee to you, will be fucking subpoenaed by Mark Kern and his lawyer when he goes to the FBI and says that these people have like breached his privacy to a potential criminal degree. And if the FBI investigates this shit, guess what? Discord doesn't delete that shit for up to 6 months. 6 fucking months. This shit is stored in plain text on Discord with your Discord ID on there. These people are fucking retarded. So fucking retarded. Like the stream, by the way. Very much like the stream, because me using the F slur earlier is definitely not keeping it monetized, I'll tell you that much.
Nick Calandra of Second Wind, and others like McDizzle, Airbag, Thief Pal, Spew, Wash Your Crack, and many others work together in order to dox Grumz.
Wait, McDizzle is in this as well? Oh, no, that makes me... McDizzle was the fake leaker, by the way. That's just... Akko uses Bull as a password handler? Yes, I just text Bull whenever I need something. He's already forming a case? I believe it. I 100% believe it.
The outspoken...
Like, these people are so fucked. All right, I'm telling you right now, if you are in this Discord, get the fuck out of this Discord because you are so fucked. And I pray for your sake that you've never said anything in this Discord because your ass will be on the line as well. All right?
Developer working on Ember, and even plotting further takedowns, including targeting myself, in addition to going after him. In one thread, Thief Pal accessed stolen data breach credentials, including plain text emails and passwords, posting them publicly on the Discord for anybody to be able to access Grumz' accounts.
By the way, don't reuse passwords for shit like
You
this.
can't tell me what to do. I'm just telling you guys, like, the Discord where this stuff is hosted is a powder keg that will explode, and all of these people are stupid. And I know for the fact that these people are probably going to face some repercussions because people are facing repercussions under the Trump presidency. Like under Biden, these people probably could have gotten away with some of this stuff, but not under Trump. Trump is probably going to like send these people to pound me in the ass prison for some of this shit. So these people are fucking retarded. All of them are. Even Grumz is a little retarded, all right? They already roached out. They aren't going to be safe. None of them are safe. All these people are stupid, and they're not safe.
This, especially if you're trying to make 2 separate personas with different names that you're going to LARP as for 20 plus years. If you're a 40-year-old man at the time and 60-plus-year-old now, you've done that. I can establish that.
And apparently, Grumz' shocking reveal that they found out was that Grumz operated a website that ran softcore porn stories and related things to that, like 20 years ago. Okay, I don't...
Again, and now I'm going to wait to listen to what Smash says here, but it would be a little disingenuous, maybe, well, not maybe a little. It would be very disingenuous for you to not point out that the reason why this is an issue is because he needs to finish his game that he has financial commitments to finish. That's the big issue. What's going on? We're talking about retards on the internet. That's all you need to know. I'm sorry.
I don't understand what the gotcha is on that. I mean, people do many various jobs. I mean, sure, that one's a little bit more out there, but whatever. We have someone who is a self-admitted sex worker that worked at Kotaku now suing me for harassment for saying that she was a sex worker that she herself told everyone that she was. So I don't understand how this is a gotcha against Grumz when literally more projection. That's all this ever is with these people.
It's a gotcha because he needs to finish the fucking game.
Okay.
It's a,
sorry to
You gonna
cut
be
you off
done?
real quick. Chat, I'm gonna be done.
to me.
Yep, chat. I'm gonna raid Akko. I will be live Friday.
Like, I appreciate it. Like, literally, Smash. The criticism is that Grumz needs to finish his game. and potential tax fraud, but I don't care about that. But legitimately Smash. I'm getting these two fuckers mixed up.
All right.
He has to finish his game.
All right. Night chat.
Don't open up Discord.